The views expressed on PFW in Progress are not those of the New England Patriots, its affiliates, or any of its partners. Content may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
The following takes place between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m.
This is PFW in Progress. PFW in Progress.
Well, pull up an ice block and lend an ear.
With Fred Kirsch.
The name's Yukon Cornelius, the greatest prospector in the North. Longest, thickest peanut butter.
You mean pea soup?
You eat what you like, I'll eat what I like.
Paul Perillo.
How can I eat? That silly elf song is driving me crazy.
You're going to disappoint the children. They expect a fat Santa.
Mrs. Claus will have him plenty fattened up by Christmas Eve. It's always the same story.
And Andy. And Andy?
All right, yellings. All right now. That's better. My name is Comet, and even though I'm your instructor, I want to be your pal. Right.
Andy Hart.
My job is to make bucks out of you, so let's go.
Eric Scalavino.
Not happy in my work, I guess. But I don't need anybody. I'm independent.
For now, anyway.
Why am I such a misfit? I am not just a nitwit. You can't fire me, I quit. Seems I don't fit in.
You'll never fit in.
PFW in Progress, part of the Patriots Football Network.
Great bouncing iceberg. Merry Christmas.
Oh, new open from Kevin.
Oh, that might be the best work he's ever done.
I think he's got the casting right on, spot on.
Oh, that was Christian.
That was Christian.
Christian's casting.
I followed Christian's email to a T and went through the whole movie.
Oh, that was fantastic. That's the best one you've ever done.
Good stuff. And it gets us into the Christmas spirit.
It does.
Why weren't you at elf practice?
Because I got to go to Patriots practice.
I know.
That's why.
It's weird, though, this year. Like, Christmas is on a Monday.
Right.
You know, and we have a game on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep getting confused about, like,
because you think Christmas is supposed to
be
a Sunday,
on Sunday,
right?
You know, is it a game or is it Christmas? It's Christmas Eve, but it's a game.
And we got 2 Monday Night Football games.
Right. Do we have
Christmas.
a Saturday game this week, too?
I think we have Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I think we're loaded this week.
Oh, I love it. Love it. Love it this time of year.
It's the most wonderful time.
Christmas has always been my favorite holiday.
Mine, too.
Yeah. I like it.
I like the holiday season in general, but Christmas definitely tops it.
Yeah, Fred missed Paul's song yesterday.
Oh, yes, Paul has a new theme.
Here comes the fattest man in town.
This was courtesy of Andy.
He's more than 60 inches round.
So Paul was not a huge fan of that.
Poor Paul. So you guys had a good time yesterday while I was out.
We filled a couple of hours.
Yeah?
Okay. I did all right.
All right. Well, webradio at patriots.com is the email address. 508-298-0398 is the Ace Ticket hotline. And we're getting ready for the Bills. And I don't know how much you got into.
Are you concerned about this game?
I am. Sure I am. I don't think that, all that whole thing with Latavius White, and that's gone.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any fooling around in this game because the Bills can't afford to have unsportsmanlike penalties or ejections because they've got something to play for.
Well, see, I was thinking a couple of weeks ago, the Bills would probably be out of it by now, but they're not. And that's why I would be more worried if the Bills were out of it because then they could say, to hell with it. Yeah, we'll take a cheap shot on them. What do we have to lose? We're we're done for the
season.
year.
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll take this 2-game suspension.
Have fun in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Have fun in the playoffs.
Yeah. See? But now that they have something to play for, I think they're probably going to have to do it smart because they can't afford to lose anybody if they have even like.
Now, if it's a blowout in the third quarter, you never know. Things could get chippy, as they usually do in these AFC East games.
Right. But I don't think it's going to be a blowout. But I think it'll be. I think it'll be a competitive game because they have something to fight for, and I'm anxious to see how the Patriots respond to the big win over Pittsburgh, coming home for the first time in a while. And
I'm of the mindset, if all things being even, if the Patriots play their game relatively clean,
they should win.
They should win this game.
They should.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not worried about an upset unless something crazy happens.
Yeah, because and they obviously know this too, because as huge a win as it was in Pittsburgh to get that number 1 seed, they could just as easily lose it on Sunday.
Yeah.
And they don't want to do that.
And I think it was a challenge for Belichick and the coaches to come down off of that win. It was, even Belichick said it was a draining win. It was an emotional win.
Yeah.
But you have to turn that page, and I am absolutely certain that was done, on Monday, and all they've been focused on this week is the Bills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got a little taste of that yesterday when we went in the locker room because the Pro Bowl elections came out the night before, Tuesday night. So we asked a couple of the guys, Slater, Devlin, first-timer, their thoughts on being in it, and Slater being in it now for the 7th year in a row. And they were appreciative, of course, but they eventually got around to, but we got bigger goals in mind, and the Bills are this week, and all that stuff.
Hopefully we have no choice but not to go to the Pro Bowl this year.
Yeah, and they were asked that specifically, and they were like, it's... Yep. We got bigger goals in mind.
Speaking of Pro Bowl, Andy and Paul are just here, and Andy had a moment in the locker room yesterday.
I know.
Andy, do you want to
believe that was off air?
Tell us about that moment.
James thanked me.
It moved.
In what way?
Well, he gave me a nice hug, a little bro hug.
Nice hug.
A little bro hug.
Yeah. I heard he drew you in.
Well, I went to shake his hand, and he did. He did the thing.
Yeah.
The thing.
Unfortunately, no one caught that on film.
It would have been funny.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. You're right. If that had been a Twitter thing, it would have been funny.
By the way, you guys missed a tremendous job by Kevin with the new Open, the Rudolph-themed PFW Open.
Yeah. We could probably re-rack it for the second hour.
Second hour.
When we're eating lunch.
It was well done.
Yeah, very well done. Kevin did a good job on it.
Good job, Kevin.
All right, I'll be back. Got to go to practice.
Yes, they are going out to practice.
Is that a Burberry scarf, by the way, Eric?
No, it's not.
No, cashmere?
It is cashmere, though.
I'll tell you what else it isn't. Men's.
He's utterly relentless.
All right, Andy and Paul are here. They were shooting the TV show. They were a little late.
Yep.
We were just
helping people around the building too. In the holiday season.
By the way, I stopped to talk to a source. We'll talk about that off air.
That's an off air.
Very interesting bit of information.
Oh, okay.
Off air.
But I can tell you that
that's not fair.
A handful of Patriots are making it out to practice. We just walked out with a few of them.
Okay.
Who's 84?
I believe that might be the Iowa Flash kid.
Because I was literally walking behind it in 84, and I'm like, who the hell is that?
He's one of the practice squad receivers, right? We have a couple. Actually, 3 now because I think Reedy came back.
Reedy is back.
So.
He's ready to go.
Oh. So we were just filling time until the stars of the show came.
Star,
I get it.
No ass needed.
In talking about this game coming up, and I'm of the mindset. I do get nervous about any game, obviously, but I'm of the mindset right now. If the Patriots play a clean game, they'll win this game.
They're the better team at home.
There
yeah,
will
they
have
should.
to be something crazy for them to lose this game.
No, I disagree with that.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it needs to be crazy. I think you need to not play well. Like, was it crazy that they couldn't move the ball consistently in Miami and went 0 for 11 on third down? Like, it's out of the norm.
That was crazy.
Well, go to
0 for 11 on third down. That was crazy.
Let's take the
not
first.
With Gronk not on the field.
How about the first half of the Buffalo game in Buffalo?
Yeah, but they won that game,
and
they won it.
But what I'm saying,
no, but you're in a dogfight.
I said
it doesn't take.
I didn't say the whole game. I said the first half. I think it was 9. Was it 9-3 at the half?
Yes, it was 9-3.
9-3 at the half, and Buffalo probably outplayed the Patriots in the first half.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy happened other than Tyrod Taylor throwing the ball directly to Eric Lee.
If that happened for 4 quarters, that'd have been crazy.
Okay. See, that's what I'm.
2 quarters, not crazy. 4 quarters, crazy.
That's right. We have a different definition.
That's right.
We have a different definition of crazy.
Because when I think crazy, I think James White runs a little flare that he bats in the air, and the guy just takes it the other way, and all of a sudden, whoa, it's 7-0.
And I'll even side with Fred a little bit. 0 for 11 on third down that's crazy.
With Gronk on the field, it would be crazy.
No.
Without Gronk,
that's crazy.
But we know Gronk's going to be
0
on
for
the
11 on third down is crazy. That's what it took for the Patriots to get in all that trouble.
Just kidding. Because Mike Reese is asking, should you limit Gronk's reps this week because of the whole thing?
When did he ask that? One of the conference calls?
Yeah, somewhere early in the week. He wrote it. And I understand what he's talking about. Everybody has the fear.
They
don't want Gronk to get
be
hurt.
Honest with you.
I understand there's a story there. The whole hood want him, blah, blah, blah. But You play football.
No,
He's
but
a big,
Did
tough
you hear
guy.
the Jim Gray version of the whole hood want him?
No.
When Jim Gray, do you have that, Kev? Do you have the audio to that? Well, when Jim Gray asked, Jim Gray,
I'll get it for you.
No, right as I said it, he shot up out of his seat. So I thought maybe he was getting ready to provide some, production value.
Solitaire had shuffled. It was from a new game.
Correct. Do you know how Jim Gray talks to Brady on the Westwood One hits?
Macy's.
He says, the whole hood is after him.
Oh, jeez. But, getting on that subject, and we talked about this before, the Bills aren't going to do any of that nonsense because they can't afford to have 15-yard penalties and ejections. They need to win this game.
Right, but then there's also sort of the fine line. Like, do I think they're going to do something obvious and egregious? No. Do I think there could be, we're all flying to the football, especially when Gronk catches it, or...
But is this going to be one of those things that if...
Right, that's my point. You may not know it.
But my point is well, let's touch that for a second.
Okay, let's touch
If Gronk gets hurt,
I'm blaming the Bills.
Right.
That's
people will.
That's what this is set up for. You just described something that's football.
Right.
Every team, every game, every week.
Like if
and now is that going to be interpreted
as
goes
low?
I told you we should have worried about it.
Of
that's
course
football.
It will. Yeah.
But I think that could happen.
One of those seam routes to Gronk, instead of hitting him right in the hands like Tom did last week, maybe it's a fraction high and he's exposed and he takes a shot.
Right.
Breaks
a rib.
A good shoulder
Called
in the mid cage or whatever.
Yep.
It's called football.
And he gets hurt.
Yep.
Not a cheap shot, not a helmet-to-helmet hit, not anything like that. Is that what we're going to do? We're going to spend the rest of the playoffs saying...
Lamenting the loss of Gronk, yes.
Yeah, it was retribution?
No.
Not lamenting the loss of Gronk. We're saying that it was retribution.
No,
Buffalo got their eye for
You'll
an
spend
eye.
the rest of the playoffs going 0 for 11 on third down.
Okay, so we're not going to take this seriously, I guess.
Gronk's the
We
MVP
can
of
move
the
on.
Patriots.
We can move on.
Right.
Is that what we're arguing?
Tom Brady is the MVP of the league, but Rob Gronkowski is the MVP of the Patriots.
Would you argue that seriously?
I think if you've watched the last 3 games, certainly you could argue
Okay.
it. But I can't, because my belief that quarterback is just so hard. It's the most important position. But the results of the last 3 weeks, when Brady has thrown to anyone not named Rob Gronkowski, have not been very good, right? Buffalo, more than half his production to Gronk. This game, Pittsburgh, more than half his production to Gronk.
Unless it's the running back.
But even that's useless. Check down Charlie.
Useless.
Anybody on the planet can do that.
There were a couple games that the running backs won this game, the game for us.
Are there, Paul? Can you help me with that? Which
Yeah,
games
I
did they
think there
win?
were a couple games
Like
where
San Diego,
the
they
running
helped.
backs were the stars. Yeah.
San Diego, they helped. So I can't give it to Gronk, but he's had a phenomenal year, and he's having a phenomenal run, and I really believe you could be on a 3-game losing streak without Rob Gronkowski. If this hadn't been a suspension, if this had been like he's hurt for 3 weeks, the way I've seen Brady and this team play, you could be on a 3-game losing streak.
Let's look at this
dive deeper
in a different way.
I believe I saw today that the back-to-back games for Gronk are the most highest production for back-to-back games since the merger for a tight end.
Yes.
And now he's going into the third game, going into the team that he's had the most success against.
Let's look at it another way. Let's just say the same thing, same scenario, but it's Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson. Would a guy like Calvin Johnson have more of a chance to be the MVP?
That happened.
Yeah.
He didn't win it,
Right.
but he was the candidate the year that he
but
almost
you have
set
to
the
be
record.
special. Like he had 2,000.
He almost set the
something.
record.
Well,
I think for
is it
running
Gronk special,
but statistically it doesn't pop off the page.
Yeah.
I actually did this
Statistically,
post game.
he's not.
I was trying to drum up Gronk for MVP after the Steelers game post game, and then I look in 64 catches for 1,017 yards and 7 touchdowns. That's great. But it doesn't like jump off the page.
His
You've never
stats are
seen
Gronk-like.
anything like it.
So if he had done what he did last game or in the other game
All
year,
season, yes.
Now we're talking.
Yes,
Yeah.
if he had like 2,000 yards and 14 touchdowns, but even then, I still think the quarterback has the hardest job. And
It does.
If he's good,
You realize that would be like a 2,500-yard season.
Hey, there's a first for everything.
he's right. There's a first for everything. I'm a firm believer in that.
Yeah, it's tough for anyone on offense other than
Right.
or unless, in the old days running backs could do it because they'd have
Yes, running backs have a shot.
Still can, but even it usually takes 28 touchdowns or 2,000 yards, like something special for them.
Back to back, I think it was Sean Alexander and LT.
Right.
Like
but
in
with
05,
special
06.
seasons, or a running back can do it with 1,000 yards rushing, 1,000 yards receiving. Like some Bell could do that, for example. Those types of people, it takes special because otherwise it goes to the quarterback, as I think it should.
or if a defense is great, the guy with 18 sacks sometimes can get it.
Well, just as a
Who was the last defensive MVP?
I can't recall one.
Oh, okay. That's why I was asking.
It was Ray Lewis, wasn't it?
No, he's the defensive player of the year.
Oh, he wasn't MVP?
No. He was the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah.
Super.
But the season, I don't.
Really?
I think it's quarterbacks and running backs.
Oh,
like
yeah.
The wide receivers never won it.
Correct. A kicker won
A
it.
kicker won it, believe it or not.
Short striking.
Strike,
You know
strike
what I mean.
short in season.
Short striking season.
Idiot. Something. Never mind.
My idiocy derailed you.
No, there was something that.
Okay.
We were just to illustrate how hard it is to not get the quarterback. That's only the second time Gronk has ever won AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Right. And he's carried this team to victory endlessly.
Endlessly.
How many times?
It's amazing how he's back with Gronk.
I've been back since like week 6.
Stick with Devlin.
We're on
okay?
it.
I had a weak
You're
spot.
done with Gronk.
No, I'm not. Paul,
Yes.
you were there for all of it. You know that, I don't know when it was, week 3, week 4
You've
in
been
there.
sad. That was part of off air.
And what
too.
was it basically? No, it was on air. And what was
the
it
other day?
basically about? What was it basically about?
Injuries.
No, it was not. It had nothing to do with injuries.
He was looking for
Bitching.
flags.
I didn't like the bitching. I want my Gronk to be the Hulk that I saw in Pittsburgh, not acting like Julian Edelman and these other little bitch-ass receivers like looking for flags. You're the biggest guy on the field. Act like it.
Yeah. Well, there were
And he
other
has
things.
recently. That's why I'm
There were other things.
first down.
Your claim to him is
Oh, shut it. You
gone.
don't have a claim to anybody.
It's gone.
You don't even have a claim to a team. You're a carpetbagger.
My point was only that I'm sure there have been a lot of huge games for Gronk that he was very much in play for an award, a weekly award, but the quarterback generally gets it.
Right.
Right.
This game was just so the contrast when Brady didn't throw it to Gronk and when he did was so unbelievable that it had to go to Gronk.
Yeah. Just an amazing performance.
And you'll see another one on Sunday, right?
Good
It's
chance.
the Bills.
I think it's a good chance.
11 touchdowns in 12 games, 6 100-yard games. He beats up on the Bills, and you know he wants to bitch slap them a little
Better
bit, like
chance.
rub their nose in it a little.
Better chance. 3 touchdowns for Gronk or no touchdowns for Gronk.
I'm going to say
better
no.
chance.
Wow.
I'd say no.
Yeah, I mean, 3
I think that's the right answer.
Yeah.
But I'm stunned that Andy took that.
He does have 3 2-touchdown games against them.
There was a time, Paul, when you could have said 4 or 5 and he would have been with Gronk.
Fred, you
Things have
make a good point.
Yeah. Now
he's off Gronk.
He's with Devlin now. You can only serve one master. Andy.
I do like Devlin.
Yeah, I know you do.
But I like Gronk too.
Now, when you guys went into the shower together, what happened then?
I dropped the soap.
But it was on a rope.
But it had a slot.
Oh. All right, 508-298-0398 is the Ace Ticket Hotline. Web radio at patriots.com is the email address.
Okay.
Let's get to some of the emails. Let's see. Tyler from Pull Yourself Up, Washington.
Pull you up.
I don't often get to listen to the show live, but always listen eventually. Was listening to yesterday's show last night. I was painting, so no headphones. My wife, Kelsey, walks in just in time to hear Andy yelling, "Kelsey's a douche." So just wanted to say thanks for that.
Is she hot?
P.S. Add me to the list of folks who instantly thought it always works out for the Patriots as soon as Brown got hurt. I don't feel good about the win, but on paper, it still counts. I'm definitely hoping we get a rematch, though, and hoping both teams play up to their potential.
Fred, so you are always against that idea, like hoping for a rematch. It was a fun game. Let's do it again. You don't want that. You want the Steelers out. You want Jaguars out. You want, cakewalk, right?
No.
You've always, Paul,
Not necessarily.
Am I mischaracterizing what I think Fred usually
I'm not
says?
necessarily.
I don't know if you mischaracterized. I'm a little surprised to hear Fred say that he's
You've always wanted to blow teams out and roll right to the
have
Super
the
Bowl.
easiest road possible.
Not,
Well,
no,
the Steelers
I
have
don't
the
look at
easiest.
it that. Whenever we get those emails, who scares you the most? I hate you. You know, I've hated those.
Right,
in the past.
because you're obnoxious and no one scares you.
Right.
But
Because you're obnoxious.
but there's no one that scares you less than other teams.
I think
I get that no one scares
I think
you.
the biggest challenge to the Patriots still remains the Steelers.
But you don't want to see them get knocked out before they
I don't
play
really
the Patriots.
care.
I'd like to see Steelers.
See, I'm a little
Patriots,
surprised
too.
at that.
Yeah.
Because you took away my Manning Bowls.
Yeah.
Let's go Steelers.
I'm not.
Patriots
I'm
again.
not necessarily.
Screw that. get the Steelers out.
I'm not sitting here
if you're me.
hoping for a rematch.
So you guys want like Bills and
I don't care.
I don't.
Whoever the
I'm
other-
with Fred on that, and
It's tough to beat a team three times.
Like
Paul, in one
people
year.
like a lot of Red Sox fans. They talk about 04. Oh, it's great because it meant so much because it was the Yankees. I don't care.
But it is more. That comeback against anyone else, remarkable
That
and
was,
awesome.
to me, Paul, I'm with the fans there.
After the fact, it's more special. That I agree with, because they beat the Yankees.
But it's more special during the fact.
No, well, I would, but I'm saying I don't root to play the Yankees along the way.
But you do root to beat the Yankees along the way.
Of course I do, but I would rather not have to play them in the playoffs.
But if you know you're going to beat them.
In 2007, I was glad Cleveland beat the Yankees, and they got to beat Cleveland in the ALCS.
Oh,
I didn't want to play the Yankees.
If I know I'm going to win, if like it's genie in a
If
bottle,
I know
yes, I'll
gonna-
beat the Yankees.
If I know I'm going to win, yes, I'll say
That's
like
better.
Let me make myself look better by playing every great possible team along
Correct.
the way. You don't play sports knowing you're going to win.
Like if you beat
unless
the
you're
Bills
Fred.
and the Titans to go to the Super Bowl, I mean, okay. I mean, it's great you're going to the Super Bowl, but
Yeah,
how
that
fun
would
was
not that would not make this Super Bowl any less
I have to admit, in
memorable for me.
'83, when the Celtics beat the Houston Rockets for the championship, I was like, I wish they could have played the Lakers.
Yeah.
know?
I know what your point is, but I always rooted for the Lakers to lose.
Like who
To
would
get
you
knocked
like
out.
to play in the Super Bowl?
For the Patriots?
I haven't. He always do stuff like that.
He's
Like, no, I want you to
Glenn
pretend you're the
Ordway.
Bills.
I haven't really thought about it.
It's the Rams.
I think that
It's
would
new gun, old
I think
gun, everything.
Yeah, I think in terms of it being an interesting matchup, I think that's the one.
I go with the Saints.
Nah.
I think that'd be great.
I have no interest in that. I really have no interest. I don't like Sean Payton.
Who cares
I
who
don't.
you like?
Why do you think that would be the best, Paul?
Just think Breeze and Brady, two old guns going at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great Super Bowl matchup.
I like the Rams. I said it yesterday. Maybe Brady goes out where it kind of started. You beat the Rams the first time. You beat the Rams.
He's
the
not
last
going
time.
out.
You never know.
I think either
All
one,
these
Rams
tours
or
around.
Saints. I think in terms of fans in Minnesota, I think the Patriots would dominate. Don't you think?
Rams or Saints?
I think
Well, the
there'd
Rams
be more
don't-
Patriots.
the
fans
Rams
that would
don't
show
have
up.
any fans.
Well, that's what.
So.
Right.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know how that works.
That's another check mark against the Rams.
Would like people from Missouri go?
I doubt it.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
Do you think there's a lot of people in
wanted
Missouri
Wentz.
that are big
I think
Rams
Wentz
fans?
Brady would have been fun.
Well, that would have been different
Yeah.
for that with the Philadelphia.
It still
aspect.
might happen. I mean, Foles could get him there.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm not ruling that
No, I'm
out.
not ruling it out too because all the good teams have questions
Yeah,
in the
I was gonna
NFC.
say, 'cause
They're
everybody-
good
'cause
but they have
everybody
questions.
stinks.
Like Case Keenum, when does he turn back into a pumpkin? The Rams just, you're the Rams. Until you prove it to me that you're for real McVay and Goff and everybody, then I have doubts about you. There's no proven contender, right?
Got to win this game first. Bills.
I'm already focused on Minnesota.
Okay.
Now, are we going to be allowed to bring multiple bags
to the Super Bowl?
Because you're going to have to pack boots and snow pants
You're gonna have to
and
bring
parkas.
big bags. Yeah.
But don't you guys now have to check your own bag?
It's different for the Super Bowl.
And so we'll be okay. Big bag. we're
I'm
okay?
sure.
Okay.
I'm sure.
50-pound limit.
Make
or no?
accommodations for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll make accommodations for me.
These
Paul.
big, huge woolen hats that you're going to wear. Charles and St. Petersburg.
Why
First
did
off,
you say Peter first? You skipped over Saint, went right to Peter. I think that says something about you.
does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That
you
you
like,
notice?
You like a good Peter.
That you notice.
You like a good Peter. Yeah.
I like pita bread. First off, good for Devlin to get to the Pro Bowl. But my question is this: how much influence, in percentage, do you think special teams plays a role in games, particularly in close games? I feel it's about 50%. Good special teams play in kickoffs and punts can set up the defense in good position to set up the offense in good position.
Paul?
I think teams take more than their fair share because of how impactful those plays can be for the other two sides of the ball.
Paul
doesn't believe
So
it.
offense and defense in that scenario are sharing 25%
Yep.
each.
Paul's like Mike Martz. He doesn't really spend a lot of time thinking about special teams.
Do you think special teams is 50% of the game?
33%.
Okay, I don't even think it's that big, but
You should see the look
I
on
don't
Paul's face. He has no.
Fred, how many special teams plays are there compared to offense and defense?
I know, but they are.
That's the percentage of special
No, but
teams.
think
then.
about Bill gets giddy over. They're at the 15 instead of the 25.
Well,
That's 10 yards. But either way, they still need
If
to
the
go
offense-
75 or 85.
And if the offense
right?
goes 3 and out, your special teams were useless.
That's hidden yards. It's
Now,
important,
yes,
but it's not 50% of the game.
And no one is suggesting that special teams don't matter. Mike Martz said something colossally stupid a million years ago. No one believes that, right? So don't extrapolate that I think that special teams is meaningless. Of course, if you have terrible special teams, like Larry Izzo is struggling like crazy for 2 straight years in Houston, their special teams are abysmal. That hurts your team.
Yeah.
No one's suggesting that it doesn't help or hurt your team if you're really bad or really good.
At anything.
I think you have to be efficient in special teams because you're right. It's not 33% of practice.
But I'll give you another example though. Like Bill, like
Good
Andy,
point.
Andy,
we have the best coach in the history of the game who makes pays more attention to special teams in the history of the game. And is it 33% of practice?
Nope. And
so he's a bad coach?
No, of course not. But like to your point, Andy, you're like, Bill gets all geeked up on these little plays. Did you see the plays on Patriots.com this week?
Or whatever website
I haven't
it's on.
yet. Yeah, that's some weird website.
We'll get to that.
Bill made a big deal of the kickoff after the Gostowski field goal that brought us within 5. The kickoff, Slater does a great job. I think it's Jonathan Jones and somebody else, I forget now, come down and they really funnel the returner. And Slater does a great job of beating a double team, and he shows it, and he shows all the plays, and it's terrific coverage by the Patriots. It's really, really solid coverage. And he comes down here, and we stop him, the 17-yard line. Like he always does this when there are little things that he thinks that are really big. He exaggerates. No, it was at the 19-yard line, but I'm just going to say it's the 17-yard line because I'm going to make it look a little bit better and a little bit more important than it really is. So to Andy's point,
but those are the hidden yards
but to Andy's point, instead of being at the 25, you're at the 19, and that's the reason why you won the game. No, you won the game. Which one of the next plays that he shows, Duron Harmon makes an incredible tackle on Juju Smith-Schuster. That it didn't matter if that play started at the 19 or the 25. It was 1 yard short of the first down marker. That's why the Patriots won the game, not because they stopped the kickoff. Did the kickoff help? Yes, but it's not. It didn't give. What do you say, 50% of the win because Matthew Slater split a double team and tackled him at the 19 instead of a touchback at the 25.
That's why you're not a football guy.
No, I'm not. I'm not dismissing the importance of special teams. That's why I think Fred portrays it.
What's more important, the running game or special teams?
Special teams.
Whoa.
Special teams are more important than the running game.
Wow.
Along these lines, did you guys see Matt Chatham going off on Twitter?
I did not.
Matthew Slater is a Hall of Famer.
Pro
Football Hall of Famer.
I love Matthew Slater, but I'd have to say no.
And I agree, no.
And I tried really hard to give him the benefit of the doubt, Matt Chatham, by saying he meant the Patriots Hall of Fame.
He didn't. He meant Pro Football.
He didn't.
It would be a great story if Jackie
precedent?
and Matt.
What's the precedent?
There isn't.
Well,
everybody says Tasker.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if Steve Tasker was like 10 times better than Slater.
That's not a precedent. He's not in.
No, I know, but
okay.
everybody says Tasker should be in.
Yeah, he was.
Don't even talk to me about anyone else.
I believe he was.
Until you put Tasker.
He was a semifinalist a couple of times, or a finalist a couple of times, or something like that.
But that's
like how good was he?
But that's fair.
He's Slater.
That's a fair point.
So Slater is as good as Tasker.
Well, I'm just saying he was one of those guys that every year was known as the best special teams player in
and
football.
is Slater better than Larry Izzo? Because there's guys that are career special teamers that are great, Pro Bowlers. Everybody loves them. I don't necessarily think they should be in the Hall of Fame. I love Matthew Slater. I don't think he should be in the Pro Bowl this year.
One of my all-time favorites, Matthew Slater. But I mean,
yeah,
guys who are covering kicks.
So he was mad because people were arguing with him?
Oh yeah.
Well,
he started out with his usual tone. If you don't think Matthew Slater, you don't argue with me.
You don't know football, stuff like that. You know how he always is.
But I mean, he shouldn't even be in the Pro Bowl this year. He hasn't played enough.
With him again next.
I'm sorry, he's good, but he hasn't played enough. Right?
But he's still the best.
Okay, so should we put in all the injury? Like, is J.J. Watt a Pro Bowler? Is like
he can't play.
No, but he wasn't elected.
I know, but Slater's still playing.
But you know my point.
This week he played.
Right.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago he
didn't. If you miss most of the season, I don't care if you're the greatest ever. For that year, you're not a Pro Bowler.
He's missed, and you're still the best when you're out there.
I disagree.
I think
do you
think
he's the best special teams player on the Patriots right now?
Yes.
I don't.
So if David,
who do you think is?
I think Jonathan Jones makes every play every week.
So if David Johnson comes back at the end of the season, despite he missed the whole year, he's one of the best running backs in football, so he should go to the Pro Bowl.
If he's available to play, yeah.
No, that's dumb. You know that's
I think reputation. I know. I know we mock reputation picks, but I think it does come into play.
Of course it does.
It does.
And
it shouldn't. It should be about this year. The best players in the National Football League.
If J.J. Watt missed half the season, but he was playing now, you don't think he'd be a Pro Bowler?
I don't think he should be.
Why?
Because he didn't do it for a whole year.
It's about this year. It's this year's All-Star game.
I didn't think it was about durability. I thought it was about who are the best players.
It's not about durability. It's about performance. If you only played half the games, you didn't play as well as someone who played them all.
No.
You didn't have as big an impact.
You don't even believe you just didn't play twice as long. That's all.
That's so dumb.
So, a guy with one dominant game should be in.
If he had the reputation.
Oh,
okay, so
I hate that idea.
So Von Miller has the reputation. He plays 16 games and he comes up with 20 sacks. And J.J. Watt plays 8 games and comes up with 8 sacks.
They both get those. You're making an example of two guys. That
Right, but you can only have. But I can only have one.
Right.
And you think there should be an argument?
In that case, no. You have an example of where you have two great players.
Well, don't tell me there's not a special teams player who's played all 14 games that at every bit as high a level as Matthew Slater.
I would even take the names out of that.
There isn't. Matthew Slater's the best.
I think the guy that plays 16 games and has 20 sacks, if his name is Joe Smith as a rookie, should be in the Pro Bowl.
I used my example on purpose.
Everybody on every other team says Matthew Slater's the best too. So it's not just me.
But it's a reputation thing. You just said the same thing.
No, but he is the best. It's not. Just
I don't even think he's the best on the Patriots.
It's not a fact, you know. You know it's not a fact, right?
He has. Be a fact. He has been.
Oh, he called him a has.
No. He has been the best special teamer on the Patriots. I think if you asked Bill Belichick, you would have a different answer.
All right.
Last year, everybody said Nate Ebner was the best special teams player they had. He didn't get it. Slater got it over him.
Yeah.
Right? Am I wrong on that?
It was a special year.
I also fall back on that conversation I had with Kyle Arrington like 10 years ago when he was making the transition from special teamer to slot corner. And, I'm fluffing up a Pulse story. So, you dominated. You led the team in tackles in 9 games. And he goes, well, yeah, I'm supposed to. That's the role they put me in. If you don't make the tackle, you're not doing your job. So, even the players admit, that guy's supposed to do it.
Let's not turn this into an anti-Matthew Slater thing because
we all love him.
And he's incredibly good at what he does.
Correct.
That's more important, whether you like him or not.
And by the way, I don't believe he was on the fan ballot at all. I don't believe he was listed.
My argument is strictly about that he missed half the season.
Right.
Not because I don't think he's a good player.
But Fred says as long as you play in the finale and you have a reputation, you go to the Pro Bowl.
Right.
I think for a guy like Slater who missed a lot this year, I think he gets in because when he was here and he's still playing, he was still at that level plus his reputation.
No, he gets in because for 6 years he was great.
And he's still at that level when he's playing.
I don't know that to be true, nor do you.
Okay. He hasn't played enough for me to know if that's true.
Okay. I think you can make that same argument for offensive linemen.
He hasn't even played full. Yeah, absolutely. Offensive line. Once you get in as an offensive lineman, you're in for life.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the same thing.
Eric's here with his cable knit sweater, crew neck.
Practice.
Cable knit fisherman sweater.
Yeah, same as yesterday. Nothing really to.
I wasn't here yesterday.
Oh, that's right. You weren't here yesterday. Burkhead. No
out.
Surprise.
And Branch.
Branch.
Out.
Everybody else was there, at least for stretching.
Okay, Van Noy was doing what?
Stretching.
His calf?
So kind of looking around again, not really doing much?
He's looking at his notes.
Getting a phone call from Security Command. I don't know what that is.
I would answer it.
All right, hold please.
Okay. SecCom, line 1.
Yeah.
Who are you, Shaughnessy?
This is interesting.
Let's live tweet this.
Why does he have Security Command in his phone?
So I do too. This is the game that.
Wait, if I got that call, would it say Security Command?
Yeah,
it would.
Where it's coming from?
Well, wouldn't you have to have it in your phone? Like the number would come up for me, right?
I don't know. Does Apple phones have caller ID? I think they do.
Oh, you know why though? It might be in the email system and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna make him call me from Security Command.
So this is the game because Burkhead's out that Gillislee has a big game against the Bills.
You think he'll be active?
I do.
I think he will be too.
Yep.
What?
I think Gillislee is active this game.
Oh yeah.
And I think he performs.
Chance. Evidently, he can't step out and have the phone conversation.
Obviously, this wasn't a wrong number because he's been on the phone with him for a while.
Let somebody know. Okay, thanks.
All right.
It's a bit of an issue.
Do we have food here or something?
What do we got, Eric?
Issues.
One of your Comcast guys left his phone upstairs in the suite where you guys were filming and was wondering if somebody could go up and retrieve it for him and bring it down to the E2 lobby.
Call Carol.
Yeah, call Carol. Can you call Carol, Kevin? Ask her to
So
get a
was that
key.
Moose calling
She's going to
from
need to get a
Security
key.
Command?
No, that was whoever was at Security Command calling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she needs a key, and she needs to go up to Blue
Blue
20 and get a phone for
The
Dave.
keys are with
This
Patty.
is awkward. Oh,
Patty.
Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know her last name.
Okay.
furniture.
Patty Cullen is her last name.
Okay. So
that
so
joke
back to
2 days
the
in a row.
practice.
Practice.
Nothing to report
Yeah, nothing.
here.
Nothing to report. Yeah, you were asking about Van Noy.
I was asking about Van Noy.
Yes,
He's not playing.
I would not put too much stock in his availability this week. He was out there for stretching. I'll
But
emphasize.
if you rush
Stretching
it,
our balls.
if you rush it, then all of a sudden is he
Oh, I
playing on
wouldn't.
the division?
No, I would not rush it. I would not rush
I
it.
want to make sure that he is ready for the divisional
Yes,
round.
Yes.
that is accurate, Paul Perillo. You are correct.
So if he doesn't play this week, I would never play him next week because the Jets game is going to be a walkover.
Right.
Paul Perillo right on target there. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I like that one.
Perillo, 37.
Ted
37,
Sarandis.
really?
Back then.
I think of his Troy Bell for 3. Yes.
Eagles lead 4-2.
People have no idea what that is, you know.
Ted
Like most-
Sarandis.
And 98% of our audience has no idea.
That's
So
true.
what?
That's
We're,
true.
we're only here to entertain ourselves.
When you see him, you tell him Ted Sarandis says hello.
Is he a judge? What was he trying to be? A judge's
He
advocate?
ran
or-
for a governor's council, I believe.
Lost, right?
Lost.
Yeah. Where's he now?
Last I knew, Florida.
Doing what? Pete
Some-
Shepard?
some
They have a
radio
show together?
stuff. No, he was doing like ESPN 3 games and stuff like that. You know,
Good news out of Orlando, Florida. Dale Earnhardt died.
Because that's where he is, too. That's where they all go, Florida.
Yeah.
Some new frontier.
so Mike Gillisley, you think big game, Freddie?
Big game.
Huh?
Big game for Mike
game
Gillisley.
for
You going to count on that?
Am I going to count on it?
Like, would you...
What
are
would
you confident in it? Would you
What
bet
would
a
you
lunch
expect
that
for
Gillisley's a
carries
big
for
game?
him?
Okay, let's define first what a big game is.
Over
Number of carries.
60 yards.
I would say over 80 yards.
Oh.
And I'm willing to go there.
How many
And
carries?
I'm willing to go there.
How many carries?
I don't think he gets over 80 yards
unless
this
you
game
know,
was
10,
below.
12.
Yeah, he has about 5 yards a carry.
This game
so-
would have to be a blow.
5
the
yards
math.
a carry. So,
So
16
carries.
16 carries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think he gets more than 10 carries unless this game is a blowout.
I agree.
which
Yeah.
could happen.
I'll give him
could.
10 carries.
Or might not.
10 carries.
10 carries.
Just going to go off of
40
recent
yards?
history. It's
10 carries. I'll give him 60 yards.
Okay.
60
Yeah.
yards a carry.
doubling
Yeah.
his average
Well, I
per
mean,
carry.
maybe he gets a 30-yard run in there.
Would
or
be the
something.
first.
Yeah.
I'm predicting 80-plus yards. Book it.
Okay.
And a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm not dismissing
and Fred is buying lunch for the panel
I'm not
if it doesn't
concerned about
happen.
who scores the touchdown.
Oh,
Nice, Fred. Good use of that.
Yeah.
Stealing from Perillo.
It's true. Who
Yeah.
cares?
I don't really care.
I'm
Although
just asking.
I'm going to lose
I'm asking
my
for a prediction.
I'm going to lose my prediction. I think unless they have a huge last 2 weeks of rushing touchdowns, I don't think they're going to get to 18.
I don't know.
Oh, to match.
Where
me.
are they now?
Yeah, I think they're 13. I want to say. So they need some. They need
Gillisley
some
gets
productive.
3
Need a
this
little
week
help.
like he did.
Need a little
Yeah.
help. Kelvin from Everett writes in, no longer from Everett, he says. I actually moved down to Maryland and purchased my plane tickets for the divisional game because I intend on being there at the game, and I'm really hoping the Patriots don't pull another end of 2015 season type of thing. Anyway,
there is no divisional round game. Ooh.
right. Andy, congratulations on your bro moment with Devlin. I definitely think we should be fine for this upcoming game. The Patriots are at home with Gronk, so hopefully they get it done.
Yeah, Andy, your Rams did take a hit with an injury that on the surface wouldn't seem to be all that
Greg
big.
the leg.
Greg the leg out.
I mean, it's 50%
IR.
of the game.
And he is
A weapon?
He's a pretty good weapon for them. 38 for 40 on
And they
field
signed
goals.
that Ficken kid who blows.
Sam Ficken.
He's from Penn State, right?
Yeah, he actually turned into a decent pro though.
Oh, he sucked at Penn State.
I mean, he's like
cost
you know,
Billy
as
O
a
multiple
fringe,
wins.
as a fringe kick. Oh, that first year was
Yeah.
unbelievable. Every time he,
the Ficken kicker.
but he actually turned into a decent kicker at Penn State after that.
And where's he been in the pros?
Kind of like one of those fringe guys that's
Journeyman?
never really.
You know what Ficken means, right?
No,
In German.
no.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not a.
That's what somebody told
that's
me
a,
on Twitter.
That's a big loss.
You don't think so?
Going
Eric?
from Zerline to Sam
Eric not
Ficken.
buying it. Could Sebastian Vollmer call in, please, and tell me if Ficken means, in German?
Knocking
Means
on the door.
2 clicks of your mouth.
It
No,
means
I
to
don't
knock on the door.
You know.
Because you keep
Baby making.
You keep pumping your fist forward. So
Yes.
is it like, to mean to knock on the door?
Speaking of fickin', Big
Did you get
Don
in touch with what's her
from
name?
Cali
Kevin?
writes it. What?
It's all set.
Carol is not answering her phone.
It's
so I
all
was
set.
gonna
One of
ask.
the IT guys is bringing it.
There you go.
Randomly.
Okay.
The IT guys are not.
Big Don from Cali.
Carol's probably out to lunch.
What do you guys thought on the
Oh,
play
wait,
calling lately? I think I could call a better
Fire
game.
McDaniels.
Also, can you all ask Eric why he blocked me on Twitter?
Because he's a douche. Although Fred's a douche, too. He blocked some guy on Twitter. You blocked PFW Troll?
Yes.
Because he called your shoulders fat?
No, just because I looked at him, he had 0 followers, and I figured it was one of you guys or somebody, and it's like, I don't want to listen to this.
That's a shot across the bow.
You think we have enough time and energy
Yes.
to have a burner count?
More important for me, in particular, you think I would have the knowledge to create a burner account?
Right, then you end up like...
Yes.
Oh.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Durant.
The fact is, you know what a burner account is. I didn't even know you did.
His eyes.
We're not morons. It's not that hard. I also knew what Skype was when you had no idea.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. I think they asked Eric a question. Did you ask Eric a question?
Why did you block him?
I have a hard and fast rule. I don't remember specifically what he said, but
He has a Big Don.
anybody,
You know what Skype is? SKY.
Wait, he has a what?
Big Don.
What was that?
Don?
Big Don
his
from
name,
Cali.
yeah, he
Oh,
goes by
okay.
Big Don.
And he said he has a big Don.
Anybody who swears,
I thought he had a G at the end of that.
Yes.
or anybody who swears, or
Well, what's
I
a
don't
swear?
even care if he's soft or hard
you
or
know,
whatever.
you know when you hear it, as Fred once said.
Well, like hell?
No,
Damn.
You know when somebody calls you
Poop?
effing this or a hole or anything like that. Anybody I've never met
like pornography.
who uses
You
that
called
kind
me an
of-
effing a-hole.
Can we stop with the drop-ins? My God, Jesus!
Wow.
You're blocked.
Seriously, Kevin is blocked. Anybody who uses that kind of language or makes an unprovoked personal attack, somebody I've never met, like somebody that we know who like jokes around and says something, fine. But anybody I've never met who takes that kind of personal shot, you're gone.
So you don't
I
recall
don't need you in
why
my
Big
life.
Don got...
No, because it's
But
not
he
worth
probably
recalling.
did one of those
He
things.
had to have done one of those two things at some point to warrant that.
Okay.
And when that happens, you're out of my life. Go
Now,
on.
can people come back from that?
Only if I search out a certain person's account and unblock them.
No, I know, but could one do that? If he apologized via email or something, maybe could he earn...
If he was truly, genuinely contrite,
And made a donation to the Chestnut Fund.
nutmeg.
Okay.
Chestnut.
That one.
Or that.
Yeah.
The chestnuts.
Evidently,
Walnuts.
by the way, just looked up Sam Ficken. I don't believe he's ever attempted a kick in the NFL. He's been on several teams, but never... never
Not, in fact, become a good NFL kicker.
No.
He's useless.
A journeyman NFL kicker. I think we said he became a good kicker at Penn State.
okay.
But he has never actually
Never
made
take-
a
It'd be good
team.
if he was good, because
He
we
was
have
with Kansas
Miss
City, he
Sisson,
was
he'd
with
be
Jacksonville.
Kicking Fickin.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But you got to do something first before you become Kickin' Fickin.
You got to stick with him through
More
thick
like-
and
it's more
thin.
like frickin'
Right.
Ficken.
What if he wins the Super Bowl, though? Could he become Kickin' Fickin?
Sure. Why
Are
not?
you Fickin' kidding me?
All right, fick
The
this.
Rams win the Super Bowl? Are
Let's
you
move
Fickin'
on.
kidding me?
Anyway, my guess is based on the fact that he's been on like 3 or 4 different teams and never actually attempted a kick in the NFL, he's not going to go on some sort of
you never
run
know.
with the Rams.
Fred, I already put the cover for the Buffalo News or whatever for this coming week. If they pull the upset or they get to the playoffs, party. Wait, what did I say? Playoff party like it's 1999, because that's the last time they were in the playoffs. And all that.
The Prince song.
You don't like it?
Yeah.
That's okay.
You'd go with
It's
one of
okay.
your...
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Patriots end away streak.
No,
Bills v. Patriots.
Steel City.
That was good. Eric did that.
Steel City was good.
Yeah.
Patriots end away streak or something was
Yeah,
horrible.
I told you I was bummed when I saw the Globe had it.
Did you
but-
put your WD-40?
Did they really?
Oh, they had Steel City?
Yeah.
Ah, bitches.
I
Their
also
subhead
thought-
wasn't
overheard you.
as good.
They were sitting in front of us, actually.
Who's they?
The Globe.
All the Globies.
All 75 of them
Joe
that they
Sullivan?
bring to the games
Yeah.
every week.
Were they treating women inappropriately? That's what they do there.
Is that right? That's what they do everywhere, apparently.
Apparently.
That's a good comeback. What do you think? I haven't had the chance to get your opinion on this.
This ought to be good.
Requesting to shave women's legs. What are your thoughts on that?
Normal Saturday.
I'm all for it.
Isn't it weird? Isn't that some freaky ass?
If it's your
crap?
wife,
It's weird. I don't care who. As I said yesterday, I like my
assume
women to come
I
pre-shaven.
assume it's a lead-in to something else.
But it's a weird lead-in. I'd prefer the Weinstein, can I give you a massage or something? Like, I want to shave your legs? That's so disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
how hairy are they? How long's it been? Like, the forest. No. And you know why I'm asking, right?
Yeah, Jerry Richardson.
Yeah, like that's freaky. That's a little.
Well, listen,
tells you
people
who he
have
is.
fetishes. I mean, we went through the Rex Ryan that you're playing, the whole foot fetish. I'm sure he'd love to give somebody a pedicure.
See, this is worse than that for me.
Really?
The shaving of legs is weird. It's not up there with pooping on them or being pooped on, but it's like the next step down, freaky. That mind is crazy.
Okay.
Ugh.
Now, Andy, would you stop at the leg or would you go north?
Ugh.
Why? Ugh. Why?
Just the shaving thing.
You don't like hair.
And what if there's like?
Is that what it is?
What if you nick her and now there's blood everywhere? That kind of ruins the moment, doesn't it?
I don't
Nicker,
know.
I don't even know.
Unless you have a blood fetish.
Oh, now you're freakier than I even thought.
Yeah, that's
People
disgusting.
do.
I know. That's gross.
You name it. People have the fetish.
That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. That's awful. That's weird. That's like breaking kittens' necks weird.
Oh, boy.
That's crazy. That's psychotic.
That's not.
People do.
That's not even close.
Ooh, Paul kind of likes it, I think.
No, that's not like murdering an innocent animal, though.
Kitten's necks is
I
like
think
you're going to be. That's the
it's-
first. That's
it's
the next
similar.
step is serial killer.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah,
not
well,
the same
and fetishing
thing.
over blood. What are you going to? I mean, yeah,
That's
the blood
gross.
thing is gross.
Blood.
Well, I think we're all in agreement, but those two things aren't the same.
I think it is. It's one step from cuckoo.
Killing
land.
people and like getting turned on by something that you find weird. Those two
Cuckoo
things
land.
aren't the same.
And
Cuckoo
these
land.
are the things we know about, so I'm assuming there's stuff we don't know, which is why this thing in Carolina happens so fast.
Right. Yeah. He liked women that wore jeans on Friday, and then he sold the team.
Right.
Right. Wait, that really escalated. There's a lot there that. Yeah.
So that'll be a situation to watch.
You gonna buy him?
Another thing for the owners to fight about. What?
You gonna buy him?
Yeah, sure. I don't own Bitcoin. I can't afford it.
Maybe Mark in the Bay will buy him.
Maybe he will.
He's our lunch buyer today.
Wow.
Love Mark in the Bay. Big fan.
Yep. Andy in Tampa.
Hey.
Does the signing of Kenny Britt have more to do with Alan Branch's injury than anything else? The reason I ask is because maybe the Patriots were planning on using their last IR designation on Malcolm Mitchell, but with Branch's injury, they might have to use the IR designation on Vincent Valentine instead. The Patriots still needed a boost at receiver, so they signed Britt. Does this make sense?
It's
Not
a terrible idea.
It's not a terrible take.
No,
But
I
you
think
also
you're missing
got a
Chris.
guy they like.
Yeah, I
too.
also think you're missing Chris Hogan.
Yeah.
yeah, that has more to do with Hogan.
I also think
has
it's
more
a
to do
guy
with
they
Hogan than
liked.
anything
Yeah.
else, because I don't think the
was
receiver.
available.
If Hogan was healthy, I don't think the receiver depth is an issue. I think it's twofold. I think it's Hogan and what Andy says. I think they had an opportunity to get a guy that they've sort of always liked and see what he can do.
Yeah, it might have been more like if Britt wasn't released by Cleveland, Hogan still gets hurt. Maybe they're
I
thinking
don't-
more. You know, maybe if they wanted to use it, maybe they're thinking more. All right, now we need to go with Mitchell.
Yeah, I don't think Mitchell was an option, personally. But
Okay.
I don't, I don't think that they would have signed him.
They've turned the page.
I
on
think
Mitchell.
it was Britt because Britt became available. I agree with Eric on that. Like I think I don't think they would have just signed a wide receiver off the street, but because it was Britt, a guy that they sort of wanted, they took the
I've
opportunity.
been told that despite his past
sources,
Not a
problems,
bad guy.
that he's a very impressive guy in the locker room.
He is very friendly, well spoken. I would agree. Very impressive guy in the locker
One of
room.
the nicest guys I've ever spoken to that's been arrested 9 times.
I think that's probably a fact. He's
Probably
probably the
accurate.
nicest man I've ever spoken to. I don't know how many times people have been arrested, so I probably
No,
can't
I
say
don't
that
know.
as fact.
I was just being
Very nice.
I was being snarky.
My
Paul
read
on
on him would be probably drinks a little too much on occasion and is a little immature.
Seems
and
very-
fight or
seems-
flight kicks in, and I got to run or I got to do this.
Seems
or
very
hide the evidence.
personable.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Friendly, funny. Joking about how big the playbook is, how hard it is. After the first catch, did you want to stay back out there? Well, I don't know. I don't know that I'm really ready to stay out there much longer now. But
good, honest answer.
This place is more than he could have ever dreamed it was, and he had high hopes. He's wanted to be here for a while.
Reminds him of Rutgers.
Yeah, everything about it was positive yesterday in the locker room.
Of course, half the team's from Rutgers, so that helps.
Right. I don't know that he knows the difference between Jason and Devin. He seems to treat them as a single entity whenever asked about
D-Mac.
either or. Yeah, he kind of does, which is fair. Yeah, they use the same damn Twitter account. They're
McCoy,
twins.
yeah.
Right.
So, but other than that, seems very nice, funny, everything. Okay. I don't know if he's going to lead to anything. He might suck.
Well, I mean, he had his first throw and he caught the pass.
That
and maybe
helps.
this game he has 2 or 3.
Right.
Pro Bowl fullback couldn't.
Yeah. Now he's off Devlin.
Yeah, now he's
I can turn on a dime.
one catch he doesn't make.
Right. Cody
Plus, I
in
mean,
Indiana.
I think we're looking for a little bit more than, like, what was it, like 4 yards?
I think it was 7. 1 for 7.
7
Yeah.
yards.
That's all right. That's all right.
You got to start
It was
somewhere,
nothing.
Paul.
That's right.
You got to walk before you can run. You got to crawl before you can walk. You got to get off your belly before you can crawl.
We're going to lower the bar there.
Got to be born before you can do any of that.
Cody says, I want to revisit
Paul
the
wants
debate from
1,000
last
yards,
year
final
on
three
Steven
games.
Gostkowski in
Michael
light
Floyd is saying
of
that.
the missed PAT
Really?
this week. I know the miss wasn't entirely his fault, but do you guys think he's completely over his yips or whatever was wrong with him last year?
Yep.
I feel
I do.
like his problems were all in his head, so I make sure to congratulate him through the TV whenever he makes a kick, just to build up his confidence. Everyone has to do their part. With that said, has he regained your confidence, or would you still be nervous if he's kicking with an important game on the line?
Fully confident.
I'm confident.
Especially if it's in Mexico.
Not me.
Asterisk.
But in terms of the whole, I think
me,
that
he
his
says.
problems were in his head. I think every kicker who misses that's healthy, it's mental. I think it's such a mental exercise.
Yeah, I don't
So,
think he was healthy.
I think it's in his head. I think he does have some issues that he battles in terms of his confidence from time to time. But no, I have not. I don't always think he's going to make every kick.
Okay.
I don't.
I usually do. Like I had a pretty good confidence he was going to turn around and make the 46 against Pittsburgh.
Well, I didn't
after
think I didn't think he'd miss 2 in a row.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have confidence in that. I think he's still a very good kicker. So more often than not, he's going to make it.
Kyle in Korea, I totally agree with Paul. The easiest path to the Super Bowl is the best for me. Totally disagree with Paul. Why would you want a rematch with the Saints? Boring. Give me the Rams or Falcons.
Vikings.
Or a Cam Newton rematch. Anything but the Saints.
I'd like to see the Vikings.
The Vikings
home
in their
team.
That'd be a
yeah,
first.
that'd be at first.
Yep.
They've lost 4 times before.
I agree with him about the Panthers. I think that would be an interesting matchup.
And I think that defense could give us trouble for sure. Yeah.
I don't think I could deal with a week of Christian McCaffrey as like the greatest weapon that's ever existed.
Yeah, I don't really care
and
what
all
you
that.
could deal with, though.
Well, you wouldn't be
Disgusting.
covering them, so you wouldn't have to deal with it.
Good call, Eric. Bring on the Panthers.
You have to deal with Cam Newton and his different hats every day.
Plus, they wouldn't have an owner. Like, does he still
Oh,
own the
that's
team at
true.
the Super Bowl? Like,
Yeah.
does he get to do everything?
I don't think
is
so.
he the owner?
That
or
would
is-
be curious.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Awkward.
Yeah, very awkward. Yeah. All right. Food's here, and it's made possible, I'm told, by Mark in the Bay. So we'll take a break. We'll eat. We'll come back. More calls, emails, and picks.
It's Jim from Ace Ticket. We know you have lots of choices when it comes to buying tickets, but here's the Ace difference. You see, while other ticket sellers just mark up and resell other people's tickets, at Ace Ticket we own the tickets we sell. Because we own them, we sell them for less. And because we own them, we also offer a 200% guarantee. They're our tickets, so we know they're real. For all your ticket needs, buy direct and save. Call 1-800-MY-SEATS or visit aceticket.com.
Bouncing iceberg. Merry Christmas.
One of the meanest, most pessimistic Christmas shows ever. Right? Everybody sucks in that show.
Well, yeah, except for a few of them.
Except for Rudolph and the girl.
And Hermie and Clarice.
Everybody's
You wonder why I am the way I am. That's what I grew up like watching.
We all did.
Right? So you see people that are different, make fun of them, kick them out, make
wait
them
a minute.
change.
Oh, well, hold on. I grew up watching that too. I'm not the.
And you're still
nowhere
a terrible
near like
human
you.
being. You don't eat meat.
I grew up watching them. I don't recall making fun of absolutely everybody.
You're woke.
You took it to heart, Andy. Get that?
I did.
Woke.
Yeah, well done.
Remember the racist call you woke?
Right.
Thanks.
Okay. 508-298-0398 is the Ace Ticket hotline. Web radio at patriots.com.
Remember when my boss agreed?
Is the email address.
I did. I set that out.
Steve in Pennsylvania. Hello, gentlemen, and Andy. Just wanted to say thank you for the great coverage on PFW. As always, appointment listening. Wishing all of you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll be listening to the PPGS and post-game Sunday. So there's one.
Oh,
There it is, Andy.
We're
We're up to 3.
I thought that was 4.
Well, I think that's a 1-to-1 correspondence now.
No, that was we got the 3 yesterday.
I think that's 4.
I'll go
Don't
with you.
exaggerate,
'cause you know-
Paul. It's
no,
3
no.
to 4.
I'll go with you guys because it's 2 against 1. But I thought we had declared it 1-to-1, and then you were like, "Oh no, wait, there's 3 of us."
I think we're up to 1-to-1. Eric,
Okay.
you want my pita?
All right, so we're good. 4.
It's a good.
Don't want it to
looking
go to waste.
Pita. Big,
Bread.
I like a big pita.
Bread.
Do you like a big pita? Or
Bread.
Are they too big sometimes?
No. Bread.
That Pete is folded over. It's really big.
That's how big it is. You got to unfold it.
Such a child, Paul. He's such a child.
But he can't even say it without laughing.
No, he can't because he's immature.
I'm a child.
Morton from Copenhagen.
Morton's.
Copenhagen.
Is that the right way to say it? Copenhagen?
It might be.
Yeah.
That's how the song goes, right?
Copenhagen?
What song?
Wonderful Copenhagen.
I was thinking
from
of a
the
different
50s?
song. Kevin, I
it's
was
one
thinking
of those
of a different
old
song.
Wow.
It's one of those old school songs that you had to sing when you were in like the 3rd grade.
Never had to sing that.
Here comes the fattest man in town.
He's more than 60
listen.
inches
The
round.
guy sounds
Paul
like he's,
likes it.
The guy
That's
sounds
the
like
best
he's
part.
drunk
think
too
it's
when
a
he's
great
singing
We're
it, doesn't
in
it?
a hurry.
He sounds like he's gonna
Never
fall
had a
down.
frown.
Well, it's the time.
Doesn't ever worry.
Kevin, can you look it up on Wikipedia, the time and everything? Get us some details. Who sings it and
Yeah.
what era?
Comes the
Because I think it's
fattest
like a
man
long
in
time
town.
Oh, it's got to be like Glenn Miller era.
Wonder whose
Oh, you can tell from the
chimney
big band
he'll
sound
slide
in the
down.
background.
But it could be fake, right? I mean,
There's only one way.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We only need the fat and 60 inches round. Then we're done.
Right. Paul's new theme song.
It's got a nice
Bob
beat.
Chester and his orchestra. It says early 1940s.
Wow.
See?
Going back to the 40s with Paul.
We
back to
said
the 40s with
30s.
Paul, yeah.
We said 30s, early 40s. We were close.
Just remastered for iTunes.
Was it?
I don't know. Sounds pretty clean.
I think we got it off YouTube.
Does sound pretty clean.
Morton says, I just read on a highly respected NFL website in my home country of Denmark that David Andrews deserved to go to the Pro Bowl instead of Marcus Pouncey. You guys haven't praised him a lot this season, but do you consider him as one of the top centers in the AFC?
No.
I don't even know who one of the top centers is in the AFC.
I
honestly.
couldn't tell you if Pouncey deserves it over him, but Andrews has not been great.
Yeah.
The interior on that, him and Tooney have struggled a lot lately. Mason, to me, is the offensive lineman
Right.
that could have gone to the Pro Bowl, sort of an
The other
under-the-radar guy.
Wasn't the other center Oakland's Hudson?
I think so.
Rodney Hudson.
Yeah, which is funny that all the offensive linemen for Oakland went, and all I've been hearing all year is how the offensive line for the Raiders hasn't lived up to what they did last year. Further illustrating that it's reputation for those positions that people can't quantify.
That's true. A lot of people are talking about the Patriots have one more IR spot left, and who might they use it for? The name Dante Hightower's come up. But Kakar from Orlando writes in, I don't think Hightower will be back this year based on this quote. Why would he blatantly lie? Quote, I feel great, he said. I can't complain where I'm at. I'm ahead of schedule, just doing what the doc asked me to do, just grinding and looking forward to getting back next year.
Right.
So the new year is how many weeks away? Is it one?
Next year could be calendar year, could
It
be
could
season.
be.
It's open to interpretation.
I believe he said he's ahead of schedule.
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay.
You guys are idiots.
I don't expect him to come back.
I don't either, but this is what you do in radio, Paul. This is entertainment, sports.
I would fixate for your purposes on the I'm ahead of schedule part and not
Yes.
the next year. The next year part is 2018 football
Right,
season.
and when's the Super Bowl? Oh. He added a phrase on the
He
end.
did football season.
Cody
So,
from
to answer your question, when is the new year? I don't know, about 3.5 months from now. That's like March 14th.
When does the schedule come out? Aaron?
league year. I'm Paul.
April.
Well, that's in NFL parlance. Next year is the start of the new league year.
Maybe he wasn't talking in NFL parlance.
He did say that.
He just
parlance.
He just
Well,
stroked,
he said it
I
funny,
know.
and that
He
made
just
me
stro-
not know how to say it.
He just stroked out in the middle of
No,
No, he was.
Had he never
he was
said it,
thinking
I
about
would have
it,
been
yes.
fine.
So
but
if-
he said it weird.
So if
He
I
did.
made a Jack Parlance joke, would you guys get it?
Good.
Okay. I just wonder if you know.
I don't.
He has-
Jack Palance. He was the
has
guy that did the
no-
one-handed push-up
no
at the
idea.
Oscars many years ago. He was an
City
actor.
Slickers.
The tough old guy.
Curly?
In City Slickers.
You never saw City Slickers.
He's blinking
Nope.
at us.
Now this is like, I'm sorry, but this is not an old
This
time
is
movie.
in,
like
this
say
is
it
in
was.
your wheelhouse.
I mean, this is like you should have been at least in college.
And you're judging me?
yes, because
what
your
we
lack,
do.
your lack of knowledge on
You
anything
shouldn't. You're a
is
Christian.
astounding.
I believe that's like a sin.
Well, it's not a sin, but it's
not what you're
frowned
supposed
upon.
to-
it's frowned upon.
Have you seen the infomercial for the
Paul,
little electric
you have to
Bible that
forgive
reads to
Andy.
you?
His
No.
college years were spent trying to get off the bench at Tufts. So, you know,
Or benching,
Yeah.
in general.
right.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that.
Right. Yesterday, Fred, someone called in what I thought was a very apt analogy. We'll save that for another time.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
I probably shouldn't talk about it.
Okay. Cody,
That was good.
You guys seen this Darryl Strawberry stuff coming out on Twitter?
Does it involve cocaine?
No, it reminds me of Paul playing BU baseball. says he used to take chicks into the clubhouse between innings and, quote, nail them.
Jeez.
And that reminds you of me, how?
Right. Is that what you did?
You always like to say
that's what
Is that
you
why
were
you're in
college?
the BU Hall of Fame?
Yeah, the BU Baseball Hall
One
of
of the
Fame.
reasons.
Yeah.
You never took the mascot into like the field house or something they had?
No.
I'm assuming you didn't really have like a clubhouse where you could go right there. Was there a place where you could have banged behind the dugout or something?
No. You didn't even have a home field.
You didn't?
We didn't.
He says he would go between innings and stuff like that, run back to the clubhouse and have a party with multiple women going on.
Imagine being so good that you could still be a great player. And do
Eric's
stuff
like, I've been
that.
working my whole life for that. He squeezes it in between innings.
Cody from Fresno. I heard Skip Bayless poo-poo Devlin and Slater as a Pro Bowler, saying that no one knows who he is and that he's not a factor in our offense. I disagree in the fact that without him, I think we have a decent run game, and without a run game, we become one-dimensional, which is not the best situation to be in. What are your thoughts on this matter? Is it safe to say without Devlin, we get half the production / touchdowns than we have in the run game?
Sure.
That's not true. Will you stop it?
What? I think it's fair. You
Half
lose,
of them?
You lose your
You
Pro
lose
Bowl
half of
fullback.
your- half
you
of your
lose half
rushing-
your production.
You lose half of your rushing touchdowns.
You've seen how little these running backs are? They need somebody to open some room for them.
You
And
don't
that
think
has
somebody
to be
else could?
James Devlin.
Yeah, somebody else couldn't do it.
No. Have you seen the way you got guys tapping out? You had linebackers tapping out of games because he hits them.
Okay.
What
Oh,
is he
boy,
doing?
he's
Paul's
reaching for
looking
the media
something
guide.
up. Uh-oh. I know that look on Paul's face
Yep.
when he's about to
Oh,
put
yeah.
somebody in their place. Yeah.
I don't.
And in this case, it would be one Andy Hart.
14 rushing touchdowns they had in 2015. So
When he didn't play?
when he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
So they found a way to have a tight end.
But they were
You
different.
know,
They were cheap.
Cam Fleming. Someone opened the wave
They
so
were
they could have
different.
14 rushing touchdowns.
They were
You're telling me that it would be cut in half?
Right.
So that would be 18-9.
Yep. That's
Right?
fair.
With
That's
or
probably
without
fair.
Devlin?
Yeah.
That's probably fair.
Yeah.
You know it doesn't work that way, Paul.
And you know it wouldn't be cut in
Just
half,
like
Andy.
the Patriots didn't lose all their games when Brady went down. Matt Castle won
No,
11.
but they lost 5 more than they had lost the previous
right,
year. That's
and
a
they
lot.
would be worse without James Devlin.
The running game would be worse without James Devlin, yes.
Okay.
I think we're all in agreement.
So thank you.
It would not be twice as bad.
Thanks you. Thanks
It
you.
would
Thanks
not
you?
it would not.
Thanks you.
Yeah, I apologize, but it would not be 50% cut in production.
Right. I didn't say
Yeah,
it
but
would
you
be.
did say
That's
that.
what the email said.
Oh,
and you said I agree.
You don't get caught up in numbers. It would be a dramatic loss to the team.
Dramatic.
Yeah, say,
Dramatic. You had a soft football team the year he broke his leg. The entire team was soft without James Devlin.
Oh, okay. All right. Let him go, Paul. Let him go.
I mean, and Skip Bayless should stick to things that he knows. I don't know what he knows, but
Well,
I can
then he
tell you
wouldn't have a
he
job.
has no idea about James Devlin. He certainly shouldn't be talking about James Devlin. That's an embarrassment.
Wow.
Shut your pie hole.
Todd's in Toronto, and he's on the Ace Ticket Hotline. What's up, Todd?
Nice. What's up, Todd?
Hey, guys. Just a quick question. Did anybody else listen to the mic'd-up version for Garoppolo?
I did.
I saw that, and I meant to, but I haven't had a chance.
Was
What
awesome.
did you think, Paul? I really like the way he took charge of that team.
Yeah. I I got a little caught up in it.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was good. I mean, it was good. I think Todd's right. It's the stuff that we saw from the moment he walked in here. You know, like we
The
all
strut.
Oh, I don't know. I think it was developed here.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Now Paul's going to get mad.
I know. But
He had it.
I think he's got it.
I
don't know if he's. I don't know how
as
good.
As a matter of fact, I think
Andy just broke his mic.
I think any quarterback that shows any potential out of college should come here first. The league should mandate that because it's good for the league to have good quarterbacks. They should come here first. Do their
that's
time,
actually
do
funny.
their time and then go start playing.
But
for the
I'm
team.
with Todd. There's just the overall presence that he has to me is impressive, and I think he had that the day he walked in, and he was always that was what he was best at. We used to call him Game Day because he didn't always look great, but when he had to look great, he looked great, and that's what he's been doing for San Francisco.
So the Patriots don't get any credit.
You
for
can
this?
give the Patriots as much credit as you want. I don't care.
I think they
I
should
think
get
he
a
walked
lot.
into this building with a presence.
I think watching Tom Brady helps.
Of course it does, but why didn't it help any of the other quarterbacks that were here?
Because
only Jimmy Garoppolo has seemed to follow in the footsteps.
I don't know. Brissett,
Nature,
for
not
1 year,
nurture.
Correct.
Brissett's doing okay.
Really?
Jesus
You see the
Christ.
same kind of things with
No,
Brissett?
but he wasn't here for 3-4 years.
No, he was here for a year plus a whole training camp.
Yeah, that's it.
One quick question, guys, and I'm going to take it off the air.
Okay.
What does Buffalo have to do to beat us, or what do the Patriots don't have to do?
I don't think that's how you wanted to say that.
Buffalo needs to make some plays in the passing game to cash in on all the running that LaShawn McCoy would need to do.
Yeah. Whatever they did in the first half, the first game,
well, they need
on
to
defense,
score.
They need to do that.
They need to score They need to score points.
Right. Yeah. Not turn the ball over.
They can't turn
in
the
the
ball
red
over
zone.
when they go 80 yards and throw an interception in
Yeah.
the end zone.
Right.
They need to put points on the board. And how they do that, how they shorten the game, is by running McCoy. To Andy's point, Andy's worried about the run defense.
Yes, I am.
Shorten the game that way, but you need to find a way to end those drives in the end zone and not throw the ball to Eric Lee when you get there.
Yeah, I would advise against that.
Correct.
Let's go to Eldred in North Carolina. What's up, Eldred?
Hey, fellas, how y'all doing?
Good.
Great. All right.
Andy?
Grand.
Eldred!
Stay home, boy, but I still love you, though.
What did I do today?
Devlin. And, Paul, you're right, Paul. 14 touchdown without Devlin Finland, but, Andy, I'm not going to steal your thunder. You're right. I got three things. I'm going to let it go down here. One of them off, or the last one off air. I heard that Galaparo, and it was good. But they also did that mic'd up turning point of the game, and we were blaming Ben. It wasn't Ben. It was Tomlin.
No, I give Tomlin credit.
It was Ben.
It was Ben.
Ben wanted to spike the ball. Tomlin said to run a play.
They showed it on TV.
I saw it.
On TV. And Tomlin said, don't clock it. Don't clock it.
Yes. Right. Ben wanted to clock it. It would have ended the game. It would have taken their
I
chance
saw
to win
what
away.
you said, Eldred. Tomlin went to Haley and he said, if the ball's in play, meaning you can't get out of bounds, run a play.
We need to
Don't
run a
clock
play.
it.
Don't clock
that, to me, I give credit for Tomlin.
Yes,
to do
Tomlin
that.
gets all the credit for that.
I hate doing it, but he does.
We're all having a hard time speaking.
Roethlisberger, the dummy, went to the line thinking the play is to clock it, and then the play came in his helmet. You should have gone to the line knowing I'm going to get a play called. It was Ben's fault.
Yeah,
Ben's fault.
Ben screwed it up.
I heard it.
Mentally and physically.
Don't clock it. You know, then we do that thing.
But that's don't you agree
Tomlin
with that?
Tomlin told him not to clock it. That was the right play to do.
You run a play, you just don't
clock
run
it.
that play.
He clocked.
He didn't say throw an interception.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not that play. Okay, here's the other thing. I heard y'all earlier when y'all was talking about who you referred to seeing the Super Bowl if we get that far. So I'm hoping we get that far anyway. That run defense lets get people back. But think about it. Paul said not New Orleans, but you got Kamara and Kamara and number 22 running all over everybody. Plus three. And the defense. Then you got the Vikings. You know. Then you got the Rams with Gurley. And that defense. Then you got Colt, Watson, and you got Robert Wood. And then you got Goff. And Philadelphia, even though it ain't win, you got a defense, a running game, plus somebody that can pass. Which one would give New England the hardest time? And y'all have a good one.
All right,
Eldred.
Thanks, Eldred.
Drive safe.
I like the Rams. I like that
That'd be a
young,
good story.
unknown McVay. Let's see what you can do. Now, maybe he'll throw up on himself. Maybe it'll just won't work. Or maybe he doesn't go in knowing any better. You know, he's edgy, he's new age. I got my little facial hair going, my 5 o'clock shadow. I'm ready to roll.
I'm going to go with the Vikes.
Good
Vikings.
defense.
Case Keenum.
Yeah, good defense. The home team story. They haven't been in it in
Who
a
would
couple
blow
of
the horn
decades.
for that game?
This wouldn't be a home
Of
game
all
for them.
those possibilities, is there a chance that this is finally the Super Bowl where the Patriots have an easy win?
Sure.
I said that in the offseason. I think.
Now, history would say no.
No, I'm going to say no.
Well, an easy win, you mean like 10 points or more?
Well, where it's not, my God, I'm dying here.
Well, Gronk's here, so you won't go down 28-3. That's a fact.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it would be. I agree.
And Gronk's here, so you're ready to come
Why
back.
is Fred not allowed to state facts that aren't really facts, but you are?
Because I'm me.
Okay. And when we were talking about the different Super Bowl matchups, I don't think any of us were saying which one would be the hardest one.
No.
I think
No,
we're just talking
which
about
one we'd like the
We're all
most.
talking about the matchup
Right.
that, for whatever
What's
reason.
the best story?
Yeah.
I like the Brady Breeze matchup just because of the pure, like two older quarterbacks that are sort of, coming toward the end and one more time. To me, they're all boring. I got to be
want a
honest with
passing
you.
of the torch.
They're all boring.
The new age coach with the new age QB.
You know, Jared Goff could have a gaff.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Jared Gaff?
Yeah, that could be the story of the week.
He's a jag-off.
And that's what you'd want.
Yeah.
But that's
you want to win by them losing.
Right. That creates a great. Well, you might as well just finish the season the way you've.
Oh, snap!
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I think the Patriots this year, to me, have been in more tight games than most. I don't look at it this year as this is the year. Maybe that's why. Maybe because they usually blow teams out all year, and then it's a close Super Bowl.
Right.
This year, it's the opposite. Every game could have gone either way.
Lulling people into a
they'll blow
false sense of
somebody away in the
security.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, that's what they're doing. You're right. Good call.
Rope-a-dope.
Yep.
But if
good
other
they
than
not get the
Breeze,
button in
I was going
time.
to say, good thing you shut your mic off.
Well,
so
I
you
missed
could
the button the
burp.
first time and had to hit it a second.
other than Breeze, Keenum's never been there before. Goff's never been there
Keenum's
before.
never started a Super Bowl?
No, he hasn't.
Foles either?
Yeah, Foles has never started a Super Bowl. So
Really? Damn, I
you
would have
know,
guessed.
That's a factor.
All those years where Keenum was dominating?
Yeah, he's never started a Super
It'd be Atlanta or New Orleans, right?
What?
If Atlanta gets in, New Orleans is in, right?
Or Newton.
Yeah.
Oh, Newton too. Yes.
Yeah.
Newton, Ryan, Breeze.
I don't know why I keep forgetting about Carolina.
Because they just got sold or are being sold.
That's not why I keep.
Diddy's
forgetting.
buying them, you know.
Mike's in
Big
Virginia
fan of
Beach.
Diddy.
What's up,
Pete.
Mike?
All right.
What's going on, guys?
Hey,
Put me on the list for PPGS. I don't know if
Up to
I'm not-
five.
there you go.
5.
Have no life, no family here in Virginia Beach, so not doing anything.
Oh, and by the way, the PPGS we're not worried about. It's the
Post-game show.
Xbox One post-game show that
You know what's funny about that is
nobody
I was gonna
listened
tell
to.
that's hilarious because I was going to tell you I'll be there for both, but then I thought, yeah, you might not actually listen.
Well, you could do pickle shots with us. We're going to do pickleback shots for the postgame show.
Really?
Yes. Do you like a pickleback shot?
I'm not sure I know what a pickleback is.
Yeah,
Jameson, and then you follow it with pickle juice.
That sounds terrible.
No, it's.
It
I haven't
does
tried
sound-
it, but everybody who does
It does
says
sound
they love
terrible, and I won't be doing it
It.
because
Oh, because you're a vagina.
right, I would worry about my ride. You are
One
correct.
shot in
Yes.
3 hours?
A shot, yes, would worry me.
In 3
I
hours?
don't drink shots, Andy.
Who cares? It's one drink. I learned in high school health class. It's one beer, one shot,
Yeah,
one.
but
It's one
it's
drink.
taken all at once. So I
Yeah,
think
but he has 3 hours. Wow.
All of his criticisms of me are accurate.
Can
when it
Jerry
comes to-
Richardson shave your legs?
Sure, I'm guilty of it. I mean, I don't drink.
Who's the pussy
I don't
now?
either. I haven't had a shot in.
I think I would get affected by a shot.
I had a
know.
shot when we were in Denver
What was it?
with the party. Fan just insisted I had a shot.
What was it?
Tequila.
Grape Crush.
Tequila.
I usually vomit when I take shots.
Is it a lemon drop?
I
Yes,
actually asked Martin, and
We
he
did.
said that is indeed offensive.
Yes, we asked. I said hypothetically, and he said yes. That would probably be offensive. We should probably stop playing that.
No, come on. Anything else, Mike?
Yeah, well, I pulled the Paul Perillo. I was calling to tell you. I was in the supermarket on Sunday, and
Got into it
I
with a
noticed
woman?
What's that?
You got into a fight with a woman?
Yeah, well, kind of. Not really. I put her in, kind of accidentally put her in her place. There was a younger girl. I noticed her. She's kind of cute, and she had an old school throwback baseball T-shirt on, with different color sleeves. And when she turned around, it said Bills across her chest, and I thought, oh, that's nice, you know. And down here, I try not to wear a lot of gear because there's so many obnoxious Pittsburgh fans. So I just had my Super Bowl 39 hat on. And then I just ended up behind her in line, and she's checking out. I guess she didn't notice the hat.
You were checking.
And so the lady that's bringing me out, she goes, "Oh, we're playing y'all today." And I said, "Yep." And then the girl with the Bills shirt looks over at me. She looks at my hat and she goes, "Oh, I forgot the whole qualifier." So while I'm behind her, she's like, "If I get cash back, can you give me a $50 bill?" And then she's like checking on something that was supposed to be half priced and basically just being a pain. It gets better.
Okay, I hope.
So when she made that noise and went, "Oh," I said, "Well, yeah, I thought you already saw it. That's why I wasn't complaining that you're holding up the line." And she just didn't know what to say. She just closed her mouth and just walked away. I was like,
good. Repping New England Patriots out there.
That was a terrible story.
Boring.
Yeah.
Unless she was
Sorry, said it got
significantly
better.
attractive, that was
She
a
was.
terrible story. Okay.
No, she was.
Now, were the Bills, was it like a flat billboard, or was it more of a mountainous billboard that said
boy,
Bills?
Here we go.
Not at all. In
Did the
fact,
Bills
actually, I
have
was trying
hills?
Not to
Right.
embellish that much because I figured you'd cut me off, but no, that was actually part of the story.
No, we almost cut you off because you were boring.
All right.
Yes,
Thanks,
there's
Mike. Mike in Virginia Beach. No life, no family. It's
That
too
was
bad.
sad. I didn't care for that.
Yeah, I don't like stories of people alone.
Maybe that's what we'll be. We'll be a place for all these people to kind of
Well,
connect.
I mean,
on
Who do you
Christmas
think?
Eve.
I mean, we're teasing Fred a little bit, but in all seriousness,
charity.
Who do you think is going to be listening to a post-game
There's
show
some charity.
on Christmas Eve?
Charity.
Families.
No, charity. People who like
Family
us
thing.
and feel bad. No, people who feel bad for us.
Either
Yeah, people who know my family won't be here.
People who
Fireside
have nothing
chats.
to do. A.
Let's get
or
around
B,
the fire and turn the internet
charity.
on.
Or people who shave women's legs. 3.
Somebody's got to entertain people out there.
Yeah, it's called Santa Claus and Christmas Story
right.
and alcohol and friends and presents and
Andy
Yankee
and I
swaps or
drink-
whatever they do.
Andy and I drinking while Paul
Right.
watches.
Speaking
Oh,
of
no,
entertainment,
if we're doing it as a team, I
We're
got to
doing
do
it
it.
as a team.
Hey,
Pickleback
you
shots
ever
all
been on a team
around.
before?
Andy wants a pickle on his back.
I have. I have been on
Brother,
a
a
team.
pickle on my chest.
You're on a team. You do the team things.
Well, okay.
That's what we're doing
We're
as a
learning
team.
something
I'm in
today, Fred.
But I'm a little worried about the ride home.
Nick
I'm not
Baby
gonna lie.
Love, what's up?
Hey guys, Merry Christmas.
Ho ho ho!
Yes, it's all good.
Did you call for a reason?
Did I
Let him speak.
All right.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
come on. Work with me at my. Paul. I want to let you all know. I appreciate you giving me the responsibility. All this Twitter stuff and having numbers. It's responsibility. So, like Sunday, because of the construction, my U-verse was out. I had nothing. And Paul, did you not take me through the whole game because I couldn't see it?
Did you say your uterus was out?
His U-verse.
What's U-verse?
That's his TV provider.
In all seriousness,
Yeah,
I
no,
thought
no,
you
it's
were like
great, and then-
on the cutting edge of this stuff.
So is that like DirecTV?
That's DirecTV, but it's streaming service through DirecTV and AT&T.
Oh.
Why do we have to explain to you stuff?
It's
I don't know why we have to
Explain stuff to you.
I don't know why we have to go
But
soft.
anyway, I was then able to, because I want to act with class. I'm very worried about Buffalo, but putting that aside, when you make all these comments and whatnot, I did watch Inside the NFL.
Yeah.
Because the system is back up, and then also the NFL Network had a thing. So all that this is what drives me crazy. And by the way, I couldn't listen because I was at Outpatient Wednesday, but I did listen Tuesday and today, and the shows are spectacular. I love it when you just go crazy and be yourself. But one thing, here's my pet peeve. I'm going to be listening Christmas Eve, no matter where I am.
There you go.
I got an app. But here's my thing, and this is where we just need to enjoy everything. Because, example, all that talk and the noise, Tomlin and the Steelers and the catch and the you know what, doesn't matter, kids. Guess what?
We won.
It was at the end of the game, and it was Tom Brady. He would have clocked the ball. So Roethlisberger ain't no Hall of Famer. Tom Brady is the real GOAT, and the Steelers suck.
You got that right. Thanks, Nick. I'll let him go out on a high note. See? He's right. But I don't think Brady would have clocked the ball.
I think Brady would have hit Gronk for a touchdown
He would have
in the
thrown
corner.
a fade that no one else could catch.
Right.
Yeah. Chester's in Portland. What's up, Chester?
Let him go.
Hey, what's up, guys? Merry
Leave him alone.
Christmas. I just wanted to say, first of all, I'm sad there's no Christmas poem this year.
Me too.
The second thing is, with Pittsburgh, man, if this wasn't evidence that we're not in their heads, I mean, I don't know what is. I think if there's any takeaway that I feel great about if there's a rematch, is that these guys are just completely psychologically screwed when it comes to guys playing the pass. I mean, they're just in complete disarray there at the end, regardless of who's to blame. I think it was just great to see that collapse at the end there as an opponent. Man, it's unbelievable. How salty the city of Pittsburgh is right now. I mean, they ought to rename the name of that city to Planet Crate and build a rebel base there. It's so bad. But, I wanted to say just real quick, it was funny that you guys bring up the close games that the Pats have had. And Paul, real quick, I know we got to get to picks, but do you remember we had a debate a couple of years ago about the value of close games and whether that, tests a certain metal going into the playoffs? Especially some of these NFC opponents. Do you still see value there, or do you feel better or worse about the Pats going into the playoffs being a little more battle-tested in that respect?
I do not.
But,
I would rather have the 2004 blowouts, and I had no fear at all.
Me too.
Then. I would rather go in with the
I think
blowouts.
there's value just going against some greener opponents, possibly, into the
Yeah.
playoff run and so on.
I'm with you, Chester. I think it all depends on your opponents, and I don't really view the potential opponents as being all that worthy right now. But I would feel better about the Patriots' chances if they had been blistering all of these what I deem unworthy opponents.
Right.
Right.
But
Right.
given the talent level and injuries, I think that there is a certain advantage there of these guys having, some of these wins under their belt, knowing that they can pull it out, aside from Brady. But that's all I got, guys. Over and out.
Merry Christmas.
All right,
Christmas,
thanks, Chester. Buy apparel.
I want to pay off a topic I believe we talked about on air significant while ago. Remember when they had the mystery Oreos in the media workroom and it was a talking point for like a day?
This year?
Yeah.
No,
Am
I
I the
don't.
only one?
Yes.
Oh, well, they paid off. They were Fruity Pebbles. We were right.
Okay. John says, Paul, I'll be listening.
I do remember.
I'll be listening, and my wife will be forced to. We have to travel after the game.
To
I'm
what?
looking forward to driving from Tampa to Miami with the post-game show on. All right.
She'll be forced to
Six.
what? Matt Lauer forced or
Freddie? What did you think of Chester's? The whole thing about the mental scarring of Pittsburgh and wearing their heads, and I just look at it. So if the last play is ruled differently, let's say it's ruled differently,
then Pittsburgh's not in your head.
So you're not in their heads,
Or they're not in-
Well, no, that helps them get us out of their heads. But I think it's not a
like.
fact.
What did you think when Jesse James caught the ball and he was on his knees, turned, fell down in the end zone, and the ball moved slightly? Like, what did you think?
I thought it was a touchdown.
Okay, so I did too.
Yeah,
and I thought that is what you would say, and I just don't see how that the whole.
But yeah, obviously the fans they're pissed.
The mental thing, I think it's a little overblown.
But if the Patriots come out to a lead 14-0 in the AFC Championship against the Steelers, I think it starts to affect them. It's like, we missed our chance.
Oh, if they go down 14-0?
Yeah.
It's game, set, match.
Yeah.
But that's not my point. My point is, what if they just play the same game again?
It'll be tough. It'll be another dogfight.
Right. And now, I think that the problem is with Roethlisberger. I think Roethlisberger continues to throw his own team under the bus, his coaches and his team. That's the part that, and evidently this is what Ben does. I wasn't really overly aware of all of this, but a lot of the stuff out of Pittsburgh has been very critical of him because this is very much in character what he does.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
All right.
I agree.
It's picks time. We have to hurry because it's a full slate of games.
Full slate spread over different dates.
That's right. We have to keep track of the days here.
Less than last week.
Paul, what happened last week?
It was a very good week for everyone last week. Andy and Paul, 14-2.
Oh, I went 15-1 in the paper.
Wow.
Damn it.
Eric and Fred, 13-3.
Wow.
Very good week.
How's my ass taste?
Oh.
Andy and Paul with the spread.
Get the pickle off your chest.
9-4-3.
I missed it. What? Me and you?
Andy and Paul, 9-4-3.
Wow.
Eric,
Victory!
Eric, 7-6-3. And
Fred taking it up the
5-8-3.
You suck so bad.
Even on a week you go 13-3.
What's going on?
You suck so bad. It's not
What's going on?
Season standings as follows.
I think I'm
Andy,
overthinking it.
152-72.
Woo!
2 games better than Eric at 150-74, who is 1 game ahead of me at 149-75. And Fred. 141-83. Well behind the pace.
It's not a bad record.
This one is that's coming for you.
No! We suck again!
With the spread, Andy, you maintain your 1-game lead. 122-93-9. I am 121-94-9. Eric, 118-97-9, and Fred. So the worst of the three of us.
What's Fred?
The worst of the three of us are 21 games over 500.
Yeah.
And Fred, 99, 116, and 9. 17 games under 500.
Suck. So, is this unprecedented?
But in all seriousness, that's a lot of games over 500 with the spread.
Oh, sure.
I know.
For the three of us.
It's too bad that we can't
Has
take advantage of
anyone
that,
ever
you know what I
won
mean?
the paper, the straight up on the radio, and the spread on the
You
radio?
know what, Andy?
I
It's
did.
interesting that you ask.
Not the paper.
Did you
I
do
have
it last
absolutely
year?
no idea.
Because I had a big
No,
week
I
in the paper.
I couldn't tell you.
Solid.
I heard Mark Capello talking about the paper.
I am in last place in the
Was
paper.
he using it to pick up women too?
No, he was saying that he's just trying. Right at this point, he's just trying to save face.
Cecily's like, you guys get away from me. I don't care about your stupid picks.
I have a 7-game
she's
difference
like, why am I a
between my
thing on the
record in
radio?
the paper and in the radio.
I have no
7
Fred,
games
there was
worth.
video
What's
of
mine?
you. There
What's
was
that?
video of you on the internet with Capello walking into the stadium.
You are
Is that right?
149-73 in the paper.
And I'm a little bit better here. Don't look into it. I'm winning, Paul.
1 game difference. 1 game better on the radio.
So, I'm pretty consistent.
All right. No Thursday night game this week.
No game tonight, no countdown clock.
So we start Saturday at 4:30. Indy 3-11 at Baltimore 8-6.
So you settle up in front of your TV, your wrapping paper and all your tape, and you're ready to go, and you kill the night wrapping and watching football.
Okay.
You go to like Buffalo Wild Wings and have a few beers. And
I'm down on Buffalo Wild Wings.
Do something.
Yeah. Atmosphere is great. The beer is good.
It doesn't have to be Buffalo
I find
Wild
it too
Wings.
loud.
That was more of just
Easy, Gramps. I like that aspect of it. I think the food blows.
Really?
They're not a sponsor.
What did you just say? Easy Gramps.
I said I think it's too
I
loud.
heard you.
No, I like
I
all
was
of
making
that.
fun of him.
It's too loud.
You turn the radio down.
I don't like the food, and I don't
Take
like
the big ear horn out of your
the business model or whatever where everything's paper.
Yeah.
Like that bothers me a little bit. It feels, I don't know, it doesn't feel right.
As Fred would say, that really bothers me.
I'm down on them.
Okay.
I would like to take the atmosphere, the
I actually
beer, and
think-
everything,
I think the
and
wings
put
are pretty
food
good.
in there.
The food.
But they have
I
no
don't think,
food.
I don't think the food.
You
is,
get
is
you have
great.
to just basically eat wings because there's no food.
Why? What else would you do?
Like I would like a full pub menu. Like I'd like to
So
go
go
there
to a
thinking
pub.
They have
wings, and I'm going to get a good
Go to a
burger.
pub.
They have burgers.
It sucks. The food blows.
Yeah, well, I would get wings, but they have other stuff.
Terrible.
Yeah,
All right,
it's not great. You're right.
The Ravens. No, it's not. It's a fast.
They're not a
It's a
sponsor,
quasi
right, Dan?
fast food place.
No, it's fast food.
Let's call it what it is.
The environment is not fast food, but the food is fast food.
Yeah,
no
like
question.
but what are you looking for?
More than that.
Okay. Ravens by
Be
13
better.
and a half.
13 and a hay.
Don't say the next thing that really pisses me off.
It's nuanced.
You're better than that. Don't tell me how good I am.
I know how good I am.
I suck.
All right, we got to hurry.
What's the game?
Oh, for God's sake.
Indy at the Ravens. Ravens by 13 and a half.
Holy big spread. I will take the Ravens to win, but that's too big a number. I don't trust the Ravens that much.
I don't either. I'm going to do the same thing. Ravens
Well,
will win.
Jacoby Brissett at their
Brissett
6
will
pick
cover.
sixes.
Pick sixes.
Should have gone with a different number.
I'm going to do the same thing. I'll take Baltimore to win, but I'll take the points.
I got a Costanza this. Whatever I'm thinking I should do, I do the opposite when it comes to the spread. So I am going to take Baltimore to win and to cover.
It's so in his head.
It's
so great.
I got to do something.
You know what he's going to do?
Mr. Real Men separate themselves with the spread. Yeah, you've separated
Paul
yourself.
has some ultra
He's-
thing
No.
that you know.
I'm not making fun of you at all. Andy does this all the time, and he's actually started having me do it on the pregame show. You're going opposite picks of everybody. You're taking a shot.
That's what
No,
you
I'm
should
not.
do.
No,
You're
I'm
taking a shot.
You
No.
should.
No.
You
I-
should.
You just said you're going opposite of what you think.
I don't
He's
care
trying to
what
say
you
he's going
guys-
opposite his head.
Whatever I think. So
Okay, so you're saying you're not going to have a different pick.
No.
If we all pick
I-
the same, you're
no,
not going to pick
No,
different?
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Like if we all take the Patriots.
I will give you the tally at
Wait,
the
so
end of the show.
you have to take the Bills because your head would tell you to take the
That's a
Patriots.
different one.
You're such a
That's a
pussy.
different.
Thank you very
You are
much.
such-
Patriots are different.
It hasn't even happened yet, and I've
Right.
already been proven
I'm
right.
not, I'm not considering your guys' picks. I am not.
No, I'm saying you just said you
That's
need
what
to
he
pick
says I'm
opposite
doing.
what
Let's
you're thinking.
move
What I
on.
think,
I'm
not
not
what
even-
you
but-
guys do.
I thought we had to hurry.
Like
You
the
took-
Miami week where
you
you
took a
picked
shot,
opposite
for
what you
God's
thought.
sake.
I'm not even making fun of you. I think it's smart strategy.
Yeah,
You're
but I'm
taking
not
a
doing that. I don't
take
care.
a shot.
I'm not doing
I'm not
that.
doing it. I'm not doing
What's the worst that can happen? You're going to finish 40 games behind everybody?
Minnesota 11-3. This is Saturday at 8:30. By the way,
Saturday.
Minnesota
late for me.
11-3
On a
at
Saturday?
at Green Bay
Game the next
7-7.
day. Gonna get up early.
Minnesota by 9.
Screwed up again. I'll take Minnesota to win, and I guess since I don't know the opponent, take them to cover.
Green
Packers.
Bay.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear it. Yeah, I'll take them
And
to
it's
cover.
in Green Bay.
Brett
Yeah.
Hundley. But I mean, with no Aaron Rodgers, no season left. I mean, you packed it up, you packed it in. The Vikings are still playing. They get a defense. Have fun.
Eric, do you have the playoff stuff there? What is Minnesota playing for?
What are they playing for? Hang on.
Pride.
Hold, please.
No, I assume a bye, but
Oh yeah, but you play to win the game.
well, maybe.
Hello, you play to win the game.
Play to lose the game.
Gotta hurry.
Vikings clinch a first-round bye with a win and a Carolina loss or tie.
Okay, so they have plenty of work to do still. Okay.
Or some other
Eric's
things.
favorite
Thank
video
you.
footage is on ESPN right now. If you're interested.
Oh, yeah.
San Francisco, where the boats don't
The
move,
fake
but
bridge.
a couple cars do.
Okay, so what do you got, Derek? I'm sorry.
Paul hates that stuff.
No, we talked about this.
I know you hate it. You want to talk football.
He's such an
Break
idiot.
down your games.
He's such
What do
an
you have to
idiot.
play for? Oh, they got 2 tiebreakers. Okay, let's go.
I originally took
What a moron.
I originally took the Packers in the paper because I thought Rodgers would be playing again at this point.
I think as of like Tuesday, it scrolled that he was expecting to play, and then like
But
minutes
we make
later
our
they
picks.
put him on
We
IR.
make- we make
No,
our-
I know. I'm
yeah.
saying
He's
like
not making fun of you.
there was
I
literally
know
a
that's
scroll
surprising to you.
that said something to the effect like Aaron Rodgers expecting to play, and then they put him on IR like shortly thereafter.
Yeah, bizarre.
Which is smart, by the way.
So I'm going to change my paper pick, Paul.
Whoa! You
Yes,
don't do that.
I know.
Homie, don't play that.
I'll take the Vikes to win, but I will take the Pack to cover because that's a pretty big number on the road. And
Yeah, I am going to take the Vikings both ways. That tiebreaker thing, I mean, not the tiebreaker thing, but the bye that they're fighting for tells me that Minnesota is going to need this game, and I think that they'll have to play hard.
Mini both ways.
Wait, but that's the I don't understand what the hell you're doing.
If it's a certain thing, I'm going to go with it. If it's something I have to think about, I'm going to do the opposite.
Basically, there's nothing there.
he doesn't know what he's doing.
He's just
I know what I'm
basically
doing.
he's making his picks.
He's Oakland. There's
know
no
what I'm
there
doing.
there.
I know what I'm doing. Normally,
I know what I'm doing.
I would have picked Indy with the number.
The numbers would indicate you don't.
But I had to think about it, so I'm doing the opposite. Sunday at 1, Tampa Bay 4-10 at Carolina 10-4.
Panthers by 10.
You want Eric to give playoff ramifications for every game?
Panthers by 10.
There's a hardcore football picks right here. We're going to know who you're paying for.
Come on.
I will take Carolina to
Just
win.
because he makes the picks without knowing who's actually playing in the game.
Yeah.
And I'll take the points. Winston may have played some of his best football for portions of last week. Maybe they do a little something and, division rival, spoiler crap. Keep it close.
Panthers will win. Bucks will cover.
The Bucks stops tears.
I will take
Actually,
the
next week the
Panthers,
Bucks will
and
stop
I will
because
lay
they'll
the
be
points. I think they will blow them out.
I'll take the
Something to
Panthers,
fight for.
but the
Short
Bucks
week.
cover.
Short week on the road.
Sure, we got to
I know
Bucks
that's frowned upon in your establishment. Trying to.
What's my establishment?
Actually, trying to pick the games by you think might happen.
By you think?
What do you think?
I do by what I think is going to happen, and that's why I'm leading.
What do you,
because what I think is going to happen is more accurate than any of you other tools.
No, but you don't even know who's playing in the game, so you're
Not
proving how
at
lucky it
all.
is that you're leading.
No, I'm
What did
proving
you
how
take?
good I am. I can sleepwalk through it and beat your
Panthers
asses.
and the points.
So you're taking the points.
Football guys know football, and I'm a football.
You want Tampa or Carolina with a spread?
He doesn't know.
Tampa Bay.
He doesn't know.
He's taking those points.
After all these years.
But that's the first time he really did it this
You know what
year.
he's doing? He's laying the foundation for pretending he didn't really understand it.
Oh,
That's
shut
why
up.
he was so bad.
Oh.
It's like Sammy Sosa
In
pretending.
the words of Andy Hart,
baseball been very, very good to me.
homie, don't play that.
Do you believe the obnoxious behavior? 1 year he leads.
Oh,
the
I know.
And it's like,
And
you're
by the
an
way,
idiot, I'm
you
an
know how
idiot,
this ends.
Eric has to have the paper open.
whether it's picks or draft picks, it doesn't
I don't
matter.
even care.
No, but it's the
I don't
beauty
even
of
look at the
me.
games.
I'm doing it 2 weeks early. I'm
You
probably
guys-
going to finish
you guys-
5 games out.
You guys study the picks, and I'm still winning. Such a
point.
moron.
What a meathead.
What a maroon.
Call me anything you want. Just call me Victor.
Cleveland 0-14 at Chicago 4-10.
Chicago
Game of the
by
week.
6.5.
Yeah, I'm just going to stick with my pretty consistent rule. Don't pick Cleveland, so I'm not going to pick Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'll take Chicago.
I'll take him to win and cover.
Mitchell.
Yep.
On the uptick. Mm-hmm. I didn't like Mitchell coming into the league. I'm not going to say that.
The name, you mean?
Or him,
Oh.
or the prospect, or any of that. But
He's
we'll
grown
see.
on you?
No, not
Little bit?
really. Because I watched some of that game last week. I think he stinks. But we'll see.
Not as bad as the Browns this week.
I'll take the Bears too, but because of what Andy said, I'm just going to stick with I'm not going to pick the Cleveland Browns.
I feel safe.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
rule. at
taking-
this
I really
point.
think that the Bears stink and
I
Cleveland
do
could
too.
beat them, but I'm not going to pick
But at
them.
least the Bears, who's Cleveland's kick returner? I've at least watched Tariq Cohen. Is that how you say it? Tariq. Return long kickoffs and punts and stuff. They can steal a play, dump it off to him, and he goes. What does Cleveland do?
Imagine Chicago's 4-10. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And they beat Carolina and Pittsburgh.
A couple quality wins.
I'll
could get
take
you in the
Chicago
tournament,
both
couple
ways.
quality wins.
Chicago both ways, Paul. Sunday.
What was that, Paul?
Nothing.
I couldn't hear you.
Who did you take?
Chicago.
Both ways.
Chicago.
Sunday at 1, Detroit 8-6 at Cincinnati 5-9.
Lions by 5.
Damn Lions.
What's stronger, a lion or a
Lions
Bengal?
by 5.
We'll go with a lion here.
I'm going to go with the Lion here, too, because they're the better team.
Because here's something to play for. Posters that matters this time of year.
Why are you talking like that?
Because he's an old school football guy, and they all kind of go west before.
Okay,
I
Mr.
don't know.
Spot Built.
I don't know why that's old school football. I'm trying to figure out. At the end of the year, one team has nothing to play for. Like the Patriots losing the last game of the year against Buffalo.
Right.
Would that have ever happened if it was not because the Patriots had nothing to play for? That's like another Felger fact, by the way, I was thinking of. The Bills have beaten the Patriots the last 2 times in Foxborough. Yes, well, that's true. So I will take the Lions as well.
I will take the Lions, but Cincinnati covers.
Okay. Look at him being out. I'm using terminology from the gambling.
Sunday at 1, Miami 6-8 at Kansas City 8-6.
Chiefs by 10.
Oof. Fred doesn't like that.
Oof.
The Chefs.
I'll take the Chiefs. It's something to play for at home. I'll lay
Would
the
you
points.
stop saying that?
Such an
Jesus. I'll take the Chefs as well, Paul.
Oh, God. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. We got breaking news
I don't
across the internet.
like the number, though.
This will be the last picks we'll ever make. Show's
But
not
I
done.
will lay the points. I'll take the Chiefs both ways.
How long have you guys been doing these picks by the spread? I will take the Chiefs as well, mostly because of Miami, more so than Kansas City.
Nothing to play for.
We'll see if Kansas City can sort of build off of the last couple of weeks. They've had 2 good performances in a row. Let's see if they make
the
it
Chiefs'
3.
offense is on the come. So
they have the best tight end in football, according to Pro
I will go
Bowlers.
with the Chiefs both ways. Sunday at 1. Sunday at 1. Atlanta 9-5.
See this pick? I got incomplete.
Let's go to
landed on the ground.
The Chargers.
I'd have a bad back, is what I.
Chargers 7-7 at the New Jersey Jets 5-9.
Chargers by 6.5.
Chargé.
They got something to play for.
Yes.
I'm going to take the Chargers.
Sort of.
Do they? Because I don't know. It's
I
kind
mean,
of a
there's
question.
like 8 teams ahead of them, but
Yeah,
it's still something to play for.
If there's 8 in front of the Chargers, then there's 12 in front of the Jets.
well, the Jets have nothing to play.
They have nothing.
Oh, nothing to play for. I got to take Chargers.
I'll take the Chargés because they actually have traveled
is gonna
well
bite me in the
across
ass.
across the country this year, and they do have something to play for.
I go 7-9 this week because of my stupid voice.
Yep, you deserve it too.
I'll take the Chargers, but I will take the points.
I will take the Chargers both ways. Sunday at 1, the Rams 10-4 at Tennessee 8-6.
Rams by 6.5.
I'll take the Rams to win and cover. I like the Rams. Go Shane. Normal voice.
I agree. I'm very disappointed in the Titans this year. I thought the Fighting J-Robs would do better.
Titans are disappointed with the Titans.
Yeah.
People that matter are disappointed with the Titans.
I'm going to tweet that out.
Eric Scalavino.
Scal.
He'll block
disappointed with Tennessee. I will take the Rams here as well. I think they are just the better team.
I will too. Rams
Early
both
MVP?
ways. Sunday at 1, Denver 5-9 at Washington 6-8.
Rare road game for the Broncos.
Washington by 3.5.
Paul, what's the rule? If neither
Washington
team has anything to play for?
2 bad teams. You know the rule.
Oh, home
Two
team.
bad teams. You go
Two
with the
bad
home
teams
team.
take the home team.
Right.
Defense travels. Oh, that'd be Denver. I'll take Washington.
Both ways.
Who did Denver play last week? Anybody?
Yeah, they beat Indy.
They beat
On
Indy.
Thursday night,
Yeah, it was
right?
like
Wasn't
20
that the
to
Thursday night game?
something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah. Started horrifically.
25-13.
That was the
maybe?
Trevor Simeon. They did the sky cam, and he locked on a guy, and because you're like right here, right behind him, you're saying, don't throw to that guy. There's 3 guys. Don't throw. You threw to that guy. It's picked. I knew it was going to be picked.
Yeah. I'm going to take Denver.
Oh.
Paul, you're right. Denver wins this
Told
game.
you defense travels.
Do we have the number on Atlanta at New Orleans?
New Orleans by 5.5.
Atlanta 9-5 at New Orleans 10-4.
Why were you wondering that?
I thought you had to skip over that game.
Yeah, is there something I need to know?
I thought you
In all
told them you were
seriousness?
looking for that number. No? Oh. Okay,
Like
anyway, what's
injury,
the number?
quarterback, running back, anything?
What's the number?
Kev, did I talk to you about any game today?
I thought I heard. That's why I skipped over it. What was it?
Wow.
Cuckoo.
Saints by 5.5. I don't recall. I can't recall.
5.5.
Saints 5.5. Over Atlanta. In New Orleans.
In New Orleans. Gotta hurry.
I'm taking Atlanta.
Both teams in the Mercedes-Benz Dome.
I'm taking Atlanta. That's true. This is a battle of the
Battle of the
Mercedes-Benz
Benzes.
domes.
Battle of the Benz. I'm going to take the Saints to win, but
points.
Yes, for the Falcons.
Okay.
I will do the same thing. I will take the Saints to win, but I'll take the points.
2 teams got a lot to play for.
I am going to go Atlanta. Atlanta both ways.
They hit you with this apple core.
Sunday,
Ew, just the
4:05.
core. Well, I got the
Jacksonville,
wrapped in a napkin.
10-4
Got your
at
DNA on it.
the Jimmy Garoppolos. 4-10.
Jacksonville by 4.
Jacksonville. Leonard
By
Fournette returned to
4.
practice today. Get a sore thigh. I am going to take the The Jaguars. I think they're the better team. I think this is a big challenge.
Something to play for.
You got something to play for. Good to you. But
Some of the Niners, they have a new quarterback.
Yeah, but
that's
different.
They're playing 4.
Jimmy's got an unbeaten streak he's got to keep
I think
up.
he's going to lose this game. I think he's facing
I
a
do
real
too.
defense with a lot of talent in back end, front end. Going to give a young quarterback some challenges. I don't think he's surrounded by a lot of talent. I don't think
No,
there's
he's
a lot
not.
to turn to.
No, not right
no
now.
Gronk on that field for him to just loft it up
That's
to.
right. Gronk's not walking through that
Look at
door.
Garrett Selleck.
Jimmy's fine. Jimmy's okay, but that's a playoff team he's facing, and he's not quite ready. Next year, Jimmy going to the postseason.
But you know what Jimmy does do this weekend? Keep it close. So I'll take the Jags to win.
How many points was it?
4.
4.
I'll cover it.
It's going to be close.
Jags.
I will take Jacksonville both ways. This is a game. If they're going to be this team, this sort of up-and-coming team that people are now trying to put in the category of troublesome in the playoffs.
Contender.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they are, but this is a game you have to win if you're a troublesome team in the playoffs.
I agree, but they haven't seen the likes of Jimmy, but I will take Jacksonville both ways.
I know it's meaningless, but there was a thing on the internet yesterday, sort of the Pat's cap of Jacksonville got retweeted a few times, of a contract proposal for Blake Bortles. You know, you can do X number. You know, you can get out after $49 million after. I want no part of that. Like, if I can keep him on a Ryan Fitzpatrick and
What if he has?
If he wins the Super Bowl, I got to give him the damn contract. I'm Joe Flacco, and I regret it
No,
later.
but I'm not being ridiculous in saying that. But the last 3 or 4 games, he's been pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine.
What if he does that in the playoffs and then they not winning the Super Bowl? But
Then
what
you're
if,
right.
What
I
if
will
you don't
get lulled
lose?
into something I will regret later.
So no matter what he does in the playoffs, you just have convinced that he stinks.
I don't think he's very good.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just.
But
trying
you're
to get
right.
Your
A
opinion.
couple postseason wins or something, and
even good performances.
I know,
he
I
plays
just-
really well and they lose.
I think he stinks.
Gotta hurry.
We don't have to hurry. It's the Bob Sosi show filling in for the
I know,
playbook.
but we
And
have,
we have 8 minutes for
lunch
5
email we
games.
have to read.
We can go as long as we want. Bob won't care.
Okay, let's go.
I don't
Next
even
one.
see Bob
Actually,
left.
he owes us, right?
Yeah, he took forever with what's her name, the long-winded woman.
Yeah. He owes us a few
The
minutes.
long-winded woman. That would be Susan Waldman.
Sounds like a novel, right?
Yeah,
a novel.
Who are you taking, Eric?
We already picked.
We already
It's the
picked.
next game.
Everybody
Next
but
game.
you picked.
He
Oh, no,
picked.
you picked. Put your chest hair away and read.
Sunday, 4:25.
Either
New
that or
York
braid
Giants,
it.
2-12 at Arizona, 6-8.
Arizona by 3.5.
I'm taking the Giants. No!
What?
Give me the Giants.
Good. Another one you'll lose. I'll take the Cardinals.
This is how I fall apart
Yep.
or pull away.
You are going to
one way
fall apart.
or another. It's really interesting
You're
this
gonna
week
choke
for
like-
Andy.
I'll take Arizona.
Amazing people.
I
like
will
this
take
segment.
Arizona as well. Sunday, 4:25. Seattle, 8-6 at Dallas, 8-6.
Dallas by 4.5.
Did you see the comment out of
Probably not.
the Rams? I've never played. It was so easy. It was like we were playing the Browns. You were able to take shots at 2 teams all at once.
And you're the Rams, right?
Yeah.
You've won like 11 games the last 5 years.
Who said that? An unnamed Ram or a Rams player.
Well,
Like, it
I
was
did see going
tribute.
back to Blake Bortles. I guess after the game, now they beat the Texans 42-7 last week.
45, I thought it was.
45-7, whatever.
Eric's about the details. Get it right.
And Jadeveon Clowney was asked, has Bortles improved? And you saw him in the first game of the and he got, no, he's still trash.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that wasn't.
jeez.
I was
wasn't
like, you
good.
got to be kidding me.
What are you pointing to, Eric?
I'm playing the playoff scenario machine where they have the Patriots as the 3 seed. Interesting.
Who put that in, Paul? What?
That's if they lose.
No, I know. You would punch that up
But
immediately.
I don't think they're going to lose.
Dallas, yes. Because you know who's back.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley just ran for a buck what?
Zeke, Dak, and Dez.
Zeke wants, yes,
Yeah.
all those guys, but
Thanks.
I meant mostly
I know
Zeke.
you like when I do that.
He wants to show off. He wants to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice the whole thing that he had.
You
where
usually don't notice
He
things.
went to like Cabo or something, and
Yeah,
I
filmed him on
stayed
the beach.
there.
Yeah.
But like he was focused. He went home for like a week for Thanksgiving or a couple days to see. But he wanted to be away and like this whole boot. I don't know if it'll work, but I feel like he's gonna have a big day.
Okay.
They're toasting.
By the way, the Patriots are back in the 1 seed in the
Yes.
ESPN
Do you
Now
see-
they're back in the
simulator.
1 seed.
Yeah, everybody's focused on the Steelers. You saw the infighting in Seattle too, right? Between Wagner and Earl Thomas.
Oh, is that
Or
right?
not.
Earl Thomas said, I think some guys probably shouldn't have played who were banged up. Bobby Wagner had a hamstring injury, left later in the game, but clearly was. And immediately Wagner tweeted, "Keep my name out your mouth."
Oh.
And then it became this thing, and then Wagner the next day says, we dealt with it, and then they went to Earl Thomas and said, we haven't talked about it, but whatever, bro, or something. Like it's this festering little – they're the Seahawks. They've been broken since the Patriots.
How about them Cowboys?
That's your boy.
I think Pete Carroll had Botox in his
That's
cheeks.
your boy. That's all you.
And he had it injected by an alien
That's
through
all.
his anus.
That's all Pete.
Okay.
That's where they probe you.
Who you picking?
Huh. How about them Cowboys? Both ways.
I'll take the Cowboys both ways.
Me too. Monday night or evening, 4:30.
Evening.
There's a doubleheader on Monday.
Good evening.
So who?
So
what?
There's a
channel?
Sunday
Who?
night 4:25 game.
You'll find it,
There's
Andy.
no
Relax.
Sunday night game this week.
Nor should there be.
No.
Yeah.
The only people that have to work Sunday night are Paul and Andy.
Right.
Oh, woohoo.
Oh,
But
how you
on-
like me now?
But on Christmas Day, there are two games, and it sucks for the team that has to travel because you miss Christmas
Steelers.
Eve. Yeah. Pittsburgh 11-3 at Houston 4-10.
So you think Pittsburgh's getting screwed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pittsburgh by 9.5.
I'm going to pick with like what I should pick, and that's Pittsburgh to win and cover because Houston's toast. They're done. It's to the point where the whole is he going to be back or not for Billy O? Are they buying him out? He won't resign. I'm here forever. So I can't go with the Steelers are broken because I think the other team's just as broken right now.
However,
taking the Texans.
No, I didn't say that.
Woo!
The Steelers are coming off an emotional loss, and they are a little bit damaged, and they have to travel. So they will do what they have been doing most of the season, fall behind, come back, win a game by less than the number.
And play down to their opponent.
So Steelers win,
Did this
Texans
week.
cover.
I'll take the Steelers both ways. I'm with Andy.
Houston covers, but Pittsburgh
Oh,
wins.
Houston covers.
Monday night, 8:30, Oakland 6-8 at Philly 12-2.
Eagles by 9.
Eagles by 9. I will take
Ben
the Eagles
Folds
to
5.
win. That feels like a big number for a backup quarterback. Just give me those points.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. Eagles to win, but Raiders will cover.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Eagles to win both ways. I think they're going to blow them
Confident
out.
Paul Perillo.
He's
this
believe
week.
too.
I
I'm
think
with
it's
Paul.
to that Christmas thing you just talked about. Raiders don't want any part of playing this game.
Eagles, both ways.
Think the Eagles want to play?
Yes, they're 12-2. Yes.
Now we go back.
to play for.
Back to
And they
Christmas.
got
on Christmas.
They don't want to buy.
And they also got to spend Christmas morning with their families.
On
theoretically.
Christmas morning.
Back to Sunday at 1, Christmas Eve. Buffalo 8-6 at New England 11-3.
Patriots by 11.5.
11.5.
It's a big number.
That is a big
Biggest?
number.
Nope. I lied. Second biggest spread of the week.
Biggest number.
Right, 13 was the other one, right? 13.5.
Two playoff contenders going at it here on Christmas Eve. I'm just going to go with the Patriots. I think they could have a dogfight, but I think in the end they'll cover. I have concerns. I have concerns that McCoy's going to rush for $160, and maybe Taylor won't throw the pick, but then I just say Brady and Gronk. I still got Brady and Gronk, especially teams that Brady and Gronk tend to kill, which the Bills fulfill that criteria. So I will lay those points. I'm going to say something like 28-13 Patriots.
28-13. I will take the Pats to win as well. Better team. They're at home. Something to play for.
No, the Bills got something to play for.
But the Bills have something to play for, too. So that's why I'm going to take the Bills to cover. So I'm going to give them, I'll say 24-17 Patriots.
Oh, he's taking the points. No faith
That's
from
why he
Eric.
said I think the Bills will cover.
I know. He has no faith in this team. He closed the championship window.
I am with
didn't
Eric.
say that.
I think the Patriots win this game. I do not think it'll be easy. I think this is the very definition of a trap game. Tough to get up for. You have all those road games. Now you're back home. Christmas Eve, playing a team that you dominate on a regular basis. I could see this bogging down a little bit and to be one of those second division game in a short period of time, just like the Miami situation. I think the Patriots are too good to lose it. But I think the Bills keep it reasonably close. 26-19. A lot of field goals.
19.
A lot of field goals in this game.
38-17, Patriots.
So much for picking against his normal pick.
Right.
38-17.
So he did that. He did that once.
We have a little bit of time. Lunch today was brought to us from Mark in the Bay, and he wrote an email. So I'm going to have Eric read this email in the voice of Mark.
Really? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you up for this challenge?
Eric does not perform well when
Pass
he's not
this over to
prepared.
Eric.
Yeah, hand that to
Under
me, please.
pressure?
Yeah. So let's see how Eric can handle the pressure.
Don't screw this up, Eric.
From Mark.
Sorry, guys. Too busy with the family to call today. As promised, your choice of sweets. But first, a question, Andy.
It's not bad.
What the hell's the difference from a whoopie pie and an ice cream sandwich? I wouldn't know because I'm not a big sweets guy, but they sure look the same in pictures.
Well, the whoopie pie is not frozen. It's a cake material with a creamy
Ice cream sandwiches has ice cream in the middle of it.
Right.
Now,
whoopie pies
do
are
I
not
have to
ice
use his
cream.
voice because he made a mistake in here?
I don't know.
How do I do that?
What do you mean he made a mistake?
Well, because he says Macrons from Paris, France, which means macaron, but Emmanuel Macron is also the president of France, so I don't know if he was doing something there, but anyway.
Yep. Wow. You're douchier reading this than the douche who wrote it.
Unicorn poop cupcakes. No, seriously. From Minnesota.
They're coming?
Apparently.
Are they here already?
Marshmallow crispy cakes from Arkansas
No, we
or
have to choose.
cookie fries from Illinois. Choose one on air, and it will be on the way later today, along with your box of gifts. I see a 34-17 game. Enjoy. Happy holidays. Go Pats. The GTEW. Greatest there ever was.
Real quick, could I get the
Good, Eric.
And he's not in the Bay anymore. It's Mark in Santa Barbara.
Not only did you have the voice, you had the
inflection.
He's
right.
following the
Yeah.
Niners? No longer in the Bay?
I don't know. It says Mark in Santa Barbara now.
Okay,
and that's
now
not the Bay.
give me the three again real
Okay.
quick.
Macarons from Paris.
No, I'm voting that no.
Unicorn poop cakes. Apparently, that's a serious thing from Minnesota. Because I guess of the Super
They're probably
Bowl,
like
the
pink and baby
tie-in.
blue.
I think we should go unicorn.
And marshmallow crispy cakes from Arkansas.
I don't care.
Or cookie fries from Illinois. Cookie fries?
I like the cookie fries.
Okay, I'm fine.
Cookie fries?
I was
I'll
just
go with
thinking
whatever you
Minnesota
guys want.
because
Cookie
you know,
fries.
Because of the
Minnesota Super
yeah.
Bowl.
Now, Eric, did you get to read this? I missed did you get to read this because you won the accent off? Is that why you got to the honor of reading this?
No, he's the
No,
only
because
one
I
with
made
a
fun
mark.
of him on the air.
Kevin
that way.
thinks he's trolling me.
He bitch slapped him on the air.
Nice try.
Actually, he broke him, and he's come back a
I was,
better.
He
I was
has.
hoping you'd be like good.
Ever since
Kevin
then.
Fritz.
He's been much better since Eric broke
I have to
him.
take credit
Why?
for
Because
turning
he's
him
buying
around.
us
He was
lunch.
like a black stallion.
And thank
that
you
needed
for lunch,
breaking,
Mark,
and
by
Eric
the way.
broke him.
Yes. So which one are we voting on?
Cookie fries.
Cookie fries?
Yeah.
I'd vote the unicorn.
I'd
vote
go
the
with the
Minnesota
Minnesota
thing.
one because
I
that's
don't
the
care.
Super Bowl.
Whatever
Kevin,
you
break
want.
the tie.
Minnesota.
Cookie fries or unicorn cupcakes?
I don't know what a cookie fry is, so
Minnesota.
Unicorn cupcakes.
Okay,
that's what
unicorn cupcakes from Minnie. Thanks, Mark. We love you. Bye.
Thanks, Mark.
Bunch of pussy. All right. Bob Sosi is next.
No, it's John Rook.
No, we do have John Rook.
What were you telling me that Bob Sosi was
Well, he
coming
was
up?
standing in here earlier. I thought he was filling in again because Rook
You
barely
don't know
ever
what
comes
you're talking
anymore.
about. Here
He's
comes
always got
that big
basketball
fat
or
son of a
something.
bitch. All right.
Wow.
John Rook is here, the playbook, and the
Don't turn the
fantasy
computer
guys.
off.
Fantasy's still going on. I can't believe it. We'll see you later.
That was another unpredictable edition of PFW in Progress. Thank you for downloading this podcast from Patriots.com. Log on anytime for more news and more podcasts from your favorite team and Patriots.com.